Well, the polar ice caps are fucking melting, and the politicians, they're just belting out lies. The oceans are choking on plastic confetti, and the rich are sipping martinis in the skies. Bees are dropping like flies, and the forests are burning. But hey, at least my Wi-Fi's still working. We're all just rats in a capitalist maze, dancing through the bullshit in a dopamine haze. The world is on fire, and why should I care? I've got bills to pay and no clean air to breathe anywhere. The world is on fire, and we're all gonna fry. So pass me a beer while we watch it die. Is a circus, a shit show parade. Every headline's a new reason to be afraid. Climate change, war, a pandemic encore. It's like the universe handed us the bill for its war. But hey, let's tweet about it, that'll fix it, right? While we scroll through the chaos all damn night. The planet's a dumpster, and we're the flaming trash. At least we've got memes to distract from the crash. The world is on fire, and why should I care? I've got bills to pay and no clean air to breathe anywhere. The world is on fire, and we're all gonna fry. So pass me a beer while we watch it die. Plant a damn tree, but Exxon's still drilling in the deep blue sea. The system's rigged, and we're all just pawns, dancing on the deck as the Titanic goes down. So fuck it, let's party, let's raise a glass to the shitstorm we built. It's a gas, gas, gas. The world is on fire, and why should I care? I've got bills to pay and no clean air to breathe anywhere. The world is on fire, and we're all gonna fry. So pass me a beer while we watch it die. Yeah, the world's a mess, and we're all to blame. But hey, at least we've got this banger to scream in shame. So light a match, pour a drink, and let it all burn. 'Cause the world is on fire. What else did we learn? Yeah! The world's a mess, and we're all to blame. But hey, at least we got this banger to scream in shame. So light a match, pour a drink, and let it all burn. 'Cause the world is on fire. What else did we learn?
Not gonna lie, that's actually a pretty banger of a track, to be honest with you. I quite enjoy that one. For the first time I heard it, literally, I was like, I need a song. Fuck, what's going on? Fuck, I can't think of another today. God damn it. It's welcome, guys, to the show. Hope everyone out there is doing good. There's a lot going on. We're gonna be talking about what's happening in DC tonight. Obviously, I took a nap. I woke up and I was like, oh shit. I was going to talk about AI girlfriends tonight, but then it feels like things have taken a turn. And obviously, there's, I could say thoughts and prayers, you know what I mean? We all know. We all feel the same way. Politics aside, because there's already a bunch of ghouls out there doing their ghouly thing on the right and the left. I've seen both sides. It pisses me the fuck off, right? We don't know what's going on just yet. We don't have all the details. We don't know the whole story. Obviously, there's going to be, an investigation, and there's going to be hearings over it. We're going to want to know what happened. But right now, people got to get on that social media feed. Go for the digs. Right? Like, Jesus Christ. Like, That apparently, just as a quick aside, the Potomac River was like frozen solid like last week, and so it thawed up a little bit. It's entirely, the people that are there, they are not doing well, and I hope nothing but the best for them. But let's take a look here at the chat. This is your Real Talks here. Says the song is on fire. Thank you. It's a good song. Joy, I don't know how this says. Goonergate 2025. Jesus Christ. You know what? I asked the question earlier today. What is Goonergate? Is maybe there's a video we can watch because, look, I ain't looking to get into it. All right. I think anyone here who knows my politics knows damn well I'm going to be on the side of people wanting to goon. Okay. Gooning is a natural part of the human existence. Are you ever having a wet dream? You gooned in your sleep. Okay. You ever jerked off? You gooned in your hand. Okay. There's nothing. Gooning is, dude, fucking masturbation is so natural. Jesus Christ. So many people get so worked up over it. Oh my God, they're touching themselves. Well, maybe they're doing it in the privacy of their own bedroom. Who fucking cares? Right? Do you need to know that information? The answer to that is no, you don't need to know that fucking information. But we'll talk a bit about that too. Let's see here. Yeah, the RFK thing today. Was there any like highlights from that? Because I did not watch any of it. But Garrick here with a $2 super chat off the bat. Thank you, buddy. Appreciate that. Says, what's your take on the Selena Gomez crying video? So I think we watched that a couple nights ago. We might have watched that when I was making fun of LoCal live, when I had LoCal what the fuck. Which, by the way, look, is even though this is a one-off joke, this is kind of a banger thumbnail. All right, it's kind of a banger design. And this is using like multiple different AI. This is like multiple different AI programs to do it. By the way, I think this first one here is Midjourney. The background is Ideogram, I think, and then the logo actually was all done with Ideogram as well. So you gotta love it. Tonight's thumbnail, Ideogram. Tonight's song, Suno. But the lyrics for tonight's song was actually Deep Sky, by the way, or Deep Seek. Sorry, I used Deep Seek, and I gotta give it credit, man. We'll talk about the Deep Seek situation as well. But anyway, the Selena Gomez crying video. Yeah, that like, I feel bad for Selena Gomez because it's like she, like you got a woman who is clearly feeling emotions over a lot of things, and this whole ICE deportation thing is pretty big fucking deal, right? I want to see if I can find this photo here. Okay, so I think this is the one right here. Yeah, we're gonna just come on, give me the image address. All right. So one of the things you got to kind of remember about everything is that like we don't always know what exactly is going on. It's so difficult to keep track of everything. There's so much fake information, bad information. It really is bad. However, we do have this image here, which I think perfectly encapsulates everything going on with the current ICE raids. You have a guy wearing a Latinos for Trump 2024 shirt being arrested, detained by ICE. Because they never think the leopard's going to come eat their face. They never think the leopard is going to come eat their face. Like that's just what it is. That's what it always boils the fuck down to, is that they just never fucking think that shit. And so as a result of them never thinking about that shit, it just ends up being a huge problem. Because when the leopard comes, and the leopard will come, it's going to get pretty fucking crazy. I'm going to send an invite to Chris because he was wanting to come on and talk with me about some stuff. Hold on, let me send this to him. Because the other thing I wanted to bring up in regards to all that was today we got the we got the info that Donald John Trump will apparently try to send up to 30,000 illegal immigrants to Gitmo. It's a tough place to get out of. Let's see what this says here.
An executive order to instruct the Departments of Defense and Homeland Security to begin preparing the 30,000-person migrant facility at Guantanamo Bay. Most people don't even know about it. We have 30,000 beds in Guantanamo to detain the worst criminal illegal aliens threatening the American people. Some of them are so bad we don't even trust the countries to hold them because we don't want them coming back. So we're going to send them out to Guantanamo. This will double our capacity immediately, right? And that's a tough place to get out of. Today's signings bring us one step closer to eradicating the scourge of migrant crime in our communities once and for all. And it was just it's just an unforced error that we even have to be doing this. Now we need Congress to provide full funding for the complete and total restoration of our sovereign borders, as well as financial support to remove record numbers of illegal aliens. And these are illegal alien killers, criminals at levels that nobody's ever seen before.
So he's out there again. He says all this shit, and and we're kind of like, okay, like whatever. He's just saying stuff because it's Donald. But it's a lot of people. That's 30,000. Will Congress do it? I don't quite know. I don't know if we have 30,000 beds. We don't know, because Trump likes to lie, you guys. But here's a video of him from yesterday. This is him talking about floating the idea of paying other countries to take our prisoners. Like literally paying other countries to take our prisoners.
Dangerous people. They're violent people. I used to say these are more violent than our criminals. In fact, the best part about them is they make our criminals look quite nice, actually, by comparison. They are very violent people. We also have many violent criminals in our country, however, that did not necessarily come here illegally, but have been arrested 30 times, 35 times, 41, 42 times in a couple of cases, 25 times, 18 times, many for murder and other heinous charges, such as pushing people into subways. As the train's coming along at 45 miles an hour, boom, you get pushed into the subway. They had it last week. Hitting them in the head with baseball bats while they're not looking, punching old ladies in the face, knocking them unconscious, and stealing their purse. They even break into apartments and rape elderly women and beat up elderly men, beat them to hell. And I don't want these violent repeat offenders in our country any more than I want illegal aliens from other countries who misbehave. And I say, and this is subject to getting it approved, but if they've been arrested many, many times, they're repeat offenders by many numbers, I want them out of our country. I also will be seeking permission to do so. We're going to get approval, hopefully, to get them the hell out of our country along with others. Let them be brought to a foreign land and maintained by others for a very small fee, as opposed to being maintained in our jails for massive amounts of money, including the private prison companies that charge us a fortune. Now, let them be brought out of our country and let them live there for a while. Let's see how they like it. You'll see crime all over the country dry up. Essentially, that's what Venezuela and other countries are doing. They're getting rid of their criminals and putting them into the United States of America. And their crime is down by almost 80%. We're going to restore law and order.
Now, you got to remember, guys, that Trump also thinks that when they said that they're pumping in their crazies from their countries, what they're doing, he's talking about people seeking asylum. No one's ever corrected him, it appears, on the legitimacy of that. However, he mentioned that hey, Chris, what's going on? So, did you hear Trump mention the guy being pushed on the train tracks?
Was it in this one or was it? I remember him.
I think it might have been in the other one.
Yeah, I remember him bringing it up in one before.
Okay. Yeah. So just recently, I'm trying to think. Here we go. Okay. There's a couple of them. I was looking at the wrong one because there was one that happened in London as well. And I was all like, oh shit. Like, is he getting them confused? Like, no, there's a guy that got pushed in front of a train. New Year's Eve is expected to fully recover while the person accused of pushing him was being held without bail Thursday on attempted murder and assault charges. Yeah, that makes sense. That makes sense, yeah. Let's see. His name was Camel Hawkins, taken into custody. Okay, Hawkins already had a pending assault and harassment charges in Brooklyn, where he is accused of throwing bleach on a woman and trying to break into her home after threatening her. I would not have an issue with this guy getting sent to get
Get white, bitch. Throw some bleach on her.
No, I don't. But I don't know where he's from. Let's see here. His father, Shamel Spencer, told the New York Times that he's stunned by the allegations. He says Hawkins had some troubles with the law, but he never thought his son would be charged with anything so violent. He also said he's been seeking help for his son because of concerns about his mental health and that he didn't seem like himself in recent weeks.
Can you imagine being so angry at somebody? Like I've always been like, I lost my temper before, but then there's the type of people that they can lose their temper in a split second, pull the trigger, and be like, I can't believe I did that. But to actually throw somebody over the fucking train, Jesus, man.
Yeah, that's pretty nuts. That's pretty
nuts, dude. It's crazy. Hey, fourth. Yeah, no, I loved it. I don't know why I was asleep on it. It was dumb. It was one of those movies I thought was going to be too childish for me, and I watched it all the way through. I was blowing Maddie up the whole time, Matt and Perp, like, this shit is awesome. It's a great movie, bro.
So for people who don't know what he's talking about, who aren't watching the chat, Chris here, a man of nearly half a century, or you're actually at a half century now.
I'm at a half
You're
century,
at a half
baby.
century.
Yes, I am.
Finally saw the Monster Squad. Goonies meets the Universal Monsters.
I can't believe I slept on that movie. It's so good. It's so good, man.
You know who wrote that movie, right?
I know Shane Black was one of the writers.
Yeah,
that
Shane
blows
Black.
my mind.
Yeah, and then you mentioned Night of the Creeps, I believe, earlier in the chat. I haven't seen it.
There's three movies mainly that you guys have been like, because you're the one who was like, Chris, Big Trouble in Little China. Carpenter's your favorite director, and you've never seen that movie. What are you, fucking stupid? So I went and watched it, and I can't believe I slept on it. And then somebody brought up Night of the Creeps, and I can't believe I slept on it. And now Monster Squad. It was so good, man. Like, it was really good. And I get the Frankenstein part, fourth. I really do. I get it grabs you by the heart, Maddie. I can't imagine being a kid. It's like E.T., but not.
No, it's the Goonies.
Yeah,
Frankenstein
really
is sloth. He's sloth. You've got the fat kid, not Chunk. You've got the fat kid, and they call him the fat kid.
Yeah, the fat kid. Yeah, and his name's Horace, I think.
Horace. Yeah, my name is Horace. Dear Army, monsters are here. Send help. And then the military rolls up with tanks and shit. We're looking for, what's his name, Baxter, or is that the dog's name? God, I love
Monster That's Squad. What the part that got me. That's what fucked me up when she threw the doll.
So
and then I always do this. I come on and fucking sidetrack you because I pay attention to the chat. And
I was on a rant about Trump and migrant crisis shit, and you're like, you're all like, you want to talk about migrants? Have you seen Monster Squad?
Yeah,
Those motherfuckers came here illegally.
They didn't have fucking papers. They didn't have work permits, man. Nothing.
Yeah,
okay?
and Dracula, you know what he did? What most undocumented people do? He flew in. Did you get that? This movie was pertinent and very conscious of where the world was going to be in 40 years after it came out. There we go.
But I don't know. I'm glad that I've been listening to, like, because I'm a cinephile, guys. You guys know I'm movie, but there's just some that I didn't ever watch growing up, or doing.
Dude, I've never seen Godfather or the Rocky.
Yeah, that's
movies,
what I mean.
So
well,
it's like
Rocky, you're kind of wow. I can't believe that. But
no,
Godfather,
but I'm not a sport. The mob thing would be more my alley. The sports things aren't really my jam.
Rocky's different though. It hits different.
I'm sure it does.
Get it,
and no, H-Bart sent me all the movies, and it's like, look, my goal for this year was like a movie a day. Like I really like
That'd be cool.
At the end of last year, I'm like, I want to do a movie a day. I want to do a audio commentary every fucking day. I will fucking not stream anymore. I'll just do that because I have a lot of fun doing those. And then, like, as always, I'm like, I slept until noon. I'm like, fuck. Like, God damn it.
Did you recognize that the mom in this movie is the mom from Goonies? It's the same woman.
She's dead, right?
Oh, that's so sad because
she died a while ago. She also was in Executive Decision as one of the flight attendants who ends up being like,
right.
She gets murked and like they find her like blue corpse in like the undercarriage of the plane. I got to watch Executive Decision again. Man, 90s action movies just hit.
No, different. Yeah, they did, and they were a lot more. They were almost like thrillers. I thought John Leguizamo was killer in that movie. I couldn't believe it when Seagal got murked 10 minutes into the movie.
Dude, that made me mad back then.
Yeah, back then, because I thought it was a Steven Seagal movie.
Because all the trailers are like Kurt Russell, Steven Seagal, and you're like, but you guys got to understand, Seagal is fucking whack now, but like back in '96, you're talking like Under Siege 2, On Deadly Ground, Hard to Kill, Marked for Death, Above the Law, Out for Justice. I mean, like,
the first three were killer. Marked for Death was junk. But those
Marked for Death, that was a Jamaican one, right?
Jamaican one. It's not very.
I like the Jamaican one too, but but like the one with the bank, like you can take that to the bank with William Sadler. That was fucking aces. That was Kelly LeBron.
Oh, yeah. That was when Kelly was still his wife.
Yeah, That was
Yeah,
around the time
that's
Cobra, right
I
after
think.
Cobra. Yeah.
Yeah, it's so good.
But man, no, fucking that was good because it was a good like grounded movie. Barked for Death, that was with the Jamaicans was kind of crazy,
Jamaican.
right? But you had Keith David was in that one,
That's the only reason I liked it.
you
Yeah,
know,
and
and
it was
so
a fake Jamaican accent.
yeah,
Did
and
you
you know what I love? I
ever hear
love
a story about how he got that job? He
no,
went in and lied and told him he was Jamaican and used the fake Jamaican accent, and they hired him on the spot.
that's
And
fucking great. That's
he's
Keith
not
David. That's that man is a legend
he
amongst
really I love him.
legends.
I love him. I want him to do Spawn, you know?
Well, he voiced Spawn on the TV show
That's
back
what I
in the
mean. I
90s.
wanted
So
him to do Spawn. Don't even know Michael J. White's a bad motherfucker, but I just
I will
know?
say this though. I really loved On Deadly Ground.
I
On
was
Deadly
okay
Ground.
with it. I just didn't. I thought it was very pretentious, big, uppity. I'm going to grandstand myself and make a 10-minute speech at the end of the movie. But I dug it. I
But
thought
at the time, he was a renowned environmentalist.
yeah,
You know what I mean? Like
definitely
at that time, like it wasn't like no one ever thought like he was fucking crazy. It was like, oh, he's really like, you know, because you would think like he's really big into like Native American culture and like he's for the environment, and you're like, okay, cool. And then he followed up. I think it was like 97 or 98. He did Fire Down Below with Susie
Right Below
Amos.
and Glimmer Man. They came out
Glimmerman with
the same year.
Keaton Ivory
Yeah,
Wayans.
same year. I
What
remember,
the fuck?
and that's when I kind of started losing interest. I'm like, what?
Nah,
the fuck
I will say
is
this:
Paul
the
doing?
best Seagal film that I feel like no one's ever seen, in my opinion, is Exit Wounds from
Oh
2001.
no, with DMX, that's
DMX,
a great
man, that's a
movie.
fucking
Yeah, that's a
excellent
great
movie.
And I'll tell you what, the one where he's undercover cop and goes to prison.
That one I haven't seen.
It has
Maybe-
Ja Rule in it.
Oh, I know the one you're talking about. Like
the
I don't know the
helicopter
name,
comes to the prison.
but like
it's
yeah,
got,
I've only
what's
seen.
the name?
I think I've only seen part of it, but like I know the one
Mia
you're talking about.
Peoples and Morris
Half
Chestnut.
Past Dead. Half Past Dead. That's
really,
what it was.
Really
Half-
fun movie, believe it or not. Really
Dude,
fun.
no.
movie.
His first DTV movie, his first direct-to-video film, was in '99. It was called The Patriot, where like he plays a cop, and there's like these like redneck militia type like fucking release a virus, and he's got to like take him out. It was good. It was really good. But it was
I
direct.
mean, that's
was-
crazy.
It was
Direct
direct.
to
It was his first direct-to-video, but this was in the late '90s. This is
Yeah, that's when
before-
he got into all that trouble. Remember, they found out that he had real ties with the mafia and that they were paying for some of his movies.
Is that? I don't know. I mean, I was only like a teenager back
Some
then, so I
real
didn't know
life
about that.
Soprano shit, bro. No shit, bro. Yeah, it was
Hold
really.
on. I got to call this out here.
Yeah,
Music
go
Man says
look it up.
if it wasn't for DMX, there's no reason to watch.
No, I thought he was
Exit
good.
Wounds.
I thought he was
No,
good.
no. Hold on. No, you've got Anthony Edwards, Ava Mendez. You got
Tom,
Kevin.
Roseanne's ex-husband, Tom Arnold. He's
Tom
great
Arnold.
in it.
Yeah, you've got Kevin Durand. Who was in like
They make him go to anger management
yeah.
class.
You got Michael Jai White in that movie as
Yeah,
well.
White, yeah.
You know,
He ends up being the spoilers, guys, but he ends up being like the cop, the bad guy, right? When he like the main guy.
I think Michael Jai White was the
he was the villain,
because he was meant to be because he was like the hero cop, right? That was the whole juxtaposition of it. Was like, you know, Seagal's like the outsider, and then like
Yeah.
Jai White's like the hero cop, and everything else. I love Exit Wounds. I fucking love
I
Exit
do
Wounds.
too.
You
I do
can
too.
pair that with Cradle to the Grave because they're from the same director.
Yeah, and that's the Jet Li movie, yeah, Cradle to the
Yeah,
Grave.
Cradle, yeah, with Jet Li and DMX and whatever. I think Aaliyah's in that one too.
Oh my
before
god,
she
how
died.
much bad 90s have we watched, Maddie? We know them all.
So many bad. No, as I said, I told this to a buddy of mine the other day because he was talking about how like he had always never really liked Blade Runner when he was younger because we were the same age, and he's like, I never really liked Blade Runner growing up, but he went and saw it. They had like some screening of it by his house. He lives like in Ohio or now or whatever. And he goes like, I was watching it. He goes, I finally got it. And I'm like, and I said, there's no bad movies. There's maybe just bad times of watching them.
Yeah,
Right.
I feel that way.
Because it's like, there's so many movies. Chris,
And
have
I
you seen
love-
Belly?
Yeah. Oh, dude, I have. And the
Belly.
scene
I
that
saw Belly in
the scene that
theaters.
really kills me is when he instigates a fight in the diner so that one kid will kill the other one. Fucking crazy, dude. That's a crazy movie, dude.
Okay. Oh, Elias and Romeo Must Die. Okay, I got it wrong.
Yeah,
Who's in
yeah.
Cradle to the Grave then? Who am I?
Cradle to the Grave is DMX, I believe. And it's a four-wheeler. He jumps to
Yeah.
four-wheeler
No.
from
But
one movie to another.
there's a chick in the movie too. There's always a chick in the movie.
Who the fuck is
I
that?
forget. It's been forever. It's been forever.
Oh,
And the
man,
thing is,
the Google guy ain't even gonna Google it, guys. You see, are you believing this shit? He's too lazy to hit the keyboard.
hold on. God damn it. Cradle to the Grave cast. All right. It was Gabrielle Union.
Gabrielle Union. There we go.
And then you got Kelly Hu is in it as well. This is coming up right after her playing Lady Deathstrike in X2. Mark Dacascos is in it. Tom Arnold's in that one as well. Now, the thing is, the guy who directed Cradle to the Grave, his name is Andrzej Bart Kowayak.
Wow.
He's Polish. And so his movies are Romeo Must Die, Cradle to the Grave, Doom. Oh, no. He also did Exit Wounds. Let me just double check here. Yeah. Okay, hold on. Maybe I'm wrong. Maybe
I used to have. She's so
no.
beautiful.
He did Romeo Must Die, Exit Wounds, Cradle to the Grave. He did the Doom movie in 2005. Then he did Street Fighter: Legend of Chun-Li in 2009.
That one actually wasn't bad, believe it or not. That was okay. I had what's her name in it?
Kristen Cruick as Chun-Li.
That's the girl from. I want to say that's the girl from Smallville, but I'm not sure. Yeah. Okay.
Yes,
yeah.
It is. Yeah.
Sure.
But they had and Neil McDonough as M. Bison is actually a pretty badass choice.
Yeah.
And then Michael Clark Duncan as Balrog. All right. You had Chris Klein as Charlie Nash. I mean, that was kind of an odd one, to be fair, but all things considered, it could have been worse.
Can you say her name? I'm gonna try to say her name. I'm gonna butcher it because you guys know
Bloodgood.
No. I love her. God, I fucking love her. I don't know, something about the way she did her eyes in Terminator Salvation.
I knew you were gonna bring up Terminator.
Oh
Salvation.
my fucking God, the way she does her eyeshadow. I'm a makeup guy because I consider makeup an art form, not as a fetish. I just like to watch women do their makeup because it's like it blows my mind. But the way I'm like, how did she do that? Did she just put a ruler over the bottom and the top of her eyes and just like spray paint that shit on there? How the fuck did she get those? That's something that made me go, I never noticed her before. And then I was like, yo, I'm getting who's the girl from Attack of the Show?
Oh, Olivia Munn.
I'm getting Olivia Munn vibes from her. You know what I mean?
Oh, hold on. Looking at the cast of Chun-Li, right? Robin Chow plays Jen. Dude, that was Liu Kang from Mortal Kombat 1 and 2.
Yeah.
I didn't know he was in this.
He was also in Beverly Hills Ninja.
Yeah, he was. Yeah. I need because I never watched Street Fighter: Legend of Chun-Li all the way through. I think I downloaded it, got maybe a few minutes in, and I got distracted and I couldn't finish it.
For a while, I used to get into those, but it wasn't just 90s, hardcore. I was still pretty young. I was in my 20s, and you got to remember that I had just done a bit. I was in for a long time, so. For some reason, I'm going to admit this. I would only do this on your fucking show, bro. I got into fucking like not exactly rom-coms, but those like melodrama ones. Like what's the one with the guy that played Stifler, or not Stifler, Casanova from the American Pie movies, and like Lily Sobieski and Josh Hartnett. I was into those fucking 10 Things I Hate About You. Those types of movies.
Yeah.
Not exactly She's All That, but I watched that too. And I remember like really getting into those kinds of movies, bro. And so people make fun of the late 90s so much. And some of the best movies came out in the late 90s and early 2000s. Like, I don't know why people we're talking fucking Armageddon, Deep Impact. I mean, we had some good shit in the 90s.
Well, we also, back in the 90s, you also had like the simultaneous programming. Like Armageddon and Deep Impact, 2 movies about an asteroid coming to Earth. 2 entirely different films.
Or Dante's Peak and Volcano.
Yeah. Volcano being like in LA and a volcano went off, and it's got Tommy Lee Jones and Anne Hesh, whereas Dante's Peak has got Pierce Brosnan and Linda Hamilton.
Yeah.
Dude, the scene in Dante's Peak where the grandma is pushing the kids in the boat
it's so
as the
sad,
lake
and it's
as
acid.
the lake becomes acid. It's like,
oh my
fuck.
fucking God, dude, that was some edge of your seat shit, bro. It was crazy, man. That was such a great movie. And when the pyroclastic cloud finally blew up and they drove into the mine. Yeah, see, I love the disaster movies were a big thing there for a while too, man. Like they were a big thing.
Well, I think people realize that you can't really top Roland Emmerich. He's just kind of done it.
You know what I think it was? I know that everyone wants to give it's true. I supposedly Spielberg and the rest of them and Lucas, they stood up and screamed when they saw the first ever, like, wow, you can do that with dinosaurs. The CGI, how far CGI came. And I think that's what made all those 90s movies explode in all those different directions, because all that new technology, Yeah. And then you got lunatics that take it too far and take 2 decades to make one movie about blue aliens, 9-foot blue aliens, like, but every time that guy makes a movie, there's something new, some sort of new technology. That's the amazing thing about Cameron. I'm still a Carpenter guy, but I'm also a pretty big Cameron stan. I can't help it. But yeah, watching these movies that you guys are, and I've watched a lot of movies, but watching these movies that you guys are like, Chris, you haven't seen that, and there's always the whole, what, you haven't seen that? We've all got one of those guys. You haven't seen Rocky or Godfather, but every once in a while, someone will, tell me to watch, like you told me to watch Big Trouble in Little China, and I'm like, man, that's got Kurt Russell. It's directed by, I didn't even realize it was directed by my favorite director. That shows how bad I am, and locked that movie away. And then and I'm just thinking to myself, Carpenter should sue the fuck out of Mortal Kombat. They stole so much shit from that movie.
Well, Carpenter actually did sue Luc Besson and Europa Films for the film Lockdown with Guy Pearce.
With Guy Pearce, that was a great.
That's
movie.
An awesome movie, but it is Escape from New York. It is
Escape from New York,
but it was found to be too similar, and they actually ended up having a lawsuit. I do need to really quickly address something there in the chat. Hold on. I saw there's a person here says Dogman Fan 556. I don't know if you know this Dogman Fan 556, or I should say Brandon. I was looking into it a little bit, and I didn't know that Dogman is an AI powered kitty cartoon. How are you going to feel about that when you go to the movie tomorrow and you go see it and you realize that movie was made with the power of artificial intelligence?
Wow.
Where
did Fourth go? Did Fourth already leave? Did he just come in line and be like, hey, Chris, how'd you like the movie? And then dip?
He might have.
Because there's that scene, and I'm telling you, every once in a while, like, you guys keep telling me watch certain movies, and I do, and every once in a while there's one that'll hit me. And it wasn't really the Frankenstein thing. It was when I was a kid. Sometimes we didn't have a lot of money, and but we had a drive-in by our house, and if you tune your radio to the right station, you could hear the drive-in. And my dad would sometimes take me to the gravel road, and me and my brothers, and we could see the drive-in, with binoculars. And I'm actually getting choked up talking about this. Wow, I don't want to embarrass nobody, but as I'm watching that scene where he's on the roof with the binoculars looking at the drive-in theater, and he's got the radio next to him, and his dad comes in and gives him that Whopper. Maddie, that shit hit me so fucking hard tonight. That shit hit me like a ton of, you could have knocked me over with a fucking feather, bro. Because I instantly thought about my dad, man. I instantly missed my dad. And I was like, dude, we used to do that. We just did it in a car. You know what I mean? And then his dad picks up the binoculars and he's looking at the movie. I don't know what that's such a great movie. I'm glad I watched that. What the fuck have I been doing with my life that I haven't seen Monster Squad? As a kid, that would have literally been on my top 10 easily. I'd have watched it all the time. And then you tell me you recorded the audio of it just so you could go to sleep to it?
Yep.
That's crazy.
When I was when I was a kid, I was such a big fan of that movie because I would record. I took my tape player one day and I put it in front of the speakers and I recorded the movie, and I got right around to the montage, like da na 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 na, dance until your heart stops, right? That song, and like that's where
you drop.
Yeah, that was like like where they're taking the fine silver and they're melting. He's in wood shop in the 80s making bullets,
making bullets, bro, and steaks.
And steaks. He's totally in there, and like he's smoking on campus and everything else.
What
right?
a great fucking movie, dude! I'm so glad I watched that movie tonight.
It was so good, and so but I just loved it, and then I'd fall asleep listening to it. Now you mentioned the drive-in, right? I want to show you something real quick. So I've mentioned this before. It's not going to be perfect, but you might get an idea. So yeah, I'm gonna get to your super chats. Hold on. So this is
actually hit me emotionally, man. I teared up thinking about my old man. I pop,
So
and
so
he used
this
to do that with us.
So this is the drive-in I worked at right here. As you can unfortunately see, permanently closed because fuck the owners. And then you can also see there was a homeless encampment that was behind.
What city is this?
This is in Santee, California. This is literally where I used to work at. But the reason why I'm bringing it up, you talk about like driving over and like looking at the drive-in, right? So this is North Woodside Avenue right here. And so here's the entryway to get in. Now, before this building was here, this is a brewery, this is a workshop. There's brewery on the other side. By the way, I used to have to climb up and change this motherfucking marquee
Fuck
all
that.
the time. This, so it's pretty, so like this is, it's easy to do, but it's like this, it's pretty rickety up there, and that little shed right there, like that's where you have the ladder. For some reason during like the spring, I'd go out there and the entire doorway would be covered in like earwigs, right? Like there'd be hundreds of them like all over the door. I don't even know fucking why, but I'd have to. So anyway, when I first moved
Wait,
here,
I don't know what an earwig is.
an earwig is like the little pincher bug.
Oh, okay. I thought you meant like the locust shells that we get here in the Midwest. You ever seen the cells and they peel out of them?
Probably not.
The tree? Wow, you
Well,
never seen locust shells? Well, or cicadas.
Oh, cicadas. Yeah. We don't. I know we don't get those here, but anyway. So this right here, right? This used to not be here. This used to be nothing. It was just a vacant lot. So I used to come park my car right here, and you could see the theater, side one right here, right? So you go right here, and before all of this bullshit was built, you could come over and then just tune into 88.1 FM.
Yeah,
and literally watch the movie.
Yep.
Watch from right over here. You could actually see it okay too. Or if you really wanted to, you could come all the way over here to these hillsides. This is all hillsides up here, and you could come on up, and you could actually like park. And over here, like on Northcote Road or whatever, like right around in here, and you could actually like watch the movie. And because you're so high up, and we're broadcasting, and we could even we're broadcasting from here, and you could even get the signal and everything.
I mean, look, I love that we have the technology we have, and that the kids are growing up. I say that I'm like an old man, but I'm 17 in my heart forever. So, but I get that they have digital cameras and digital phones, the cameras on them, and they can just stream everything. But they'll never know that feeling. You know what I mean? That we had of like going to the drive-in or sitting up on a hill with all your fucking peeps and turning on the radio and seeing the movie, or you know, the house with 17 bicycles in front of it with 2 cinder blocks and a piece of plywood. They'll never know that. You know, I don't know. I think that we're the way we are because we had that, you know. And
I feel that's a big influential part of it. You know what I mean? It's like I was watching. I showed my kids Flow the other night. Have you heard of that one?
No.
Flow is an animated film. I forget. I think out of France, and it's about animals like a cat, dog, monkey, bird, capybara, by the way. And it's just, there's no humans. There's no dialogue in the movie at all. Wow. And it's about a flood, and this little black cat, just named Cat, ends up like surviving on a boat. They find a boat, kind of a Noah's Ark type situation. And there is like a capybara, a dog, a monkey, another bird, and they're trying to like survive and figure out what's going on. And it's like, it's just such there's no dialogue. So it's really intense, but here's the craziest fucking thing. The movie was a $3.5 million budgeted film. It's amazing.
What year?
This last year it just came out.
Oh, okay.
I think it's Keanu's like favorite film of last year. Cause he said knowing Keanu, just what I know of Keanu, it would make sense that he would like this kind of stuff. But they ended up, the movie only had a budget of $3.5 million compared to something like Inside Out 2, which probably had a budget of like $300 million. You know, I mean, sure, it made more money, but they made it
still really cool.
That they made it using Blender, which is an open source free tool anyone can download. They have a movie
like Unreal Engine, like that type of
stuff.
stuff.
Yeah. I mean, it took them about 5.5 years to make the movie and everything else. But the technology is there. If you guys haven't seen Flow, Shiftyism, Flow is good, but it's no Street Fighter 2 or G.I. Joe.
I might watch it because I'll tell you the one that I wasn't expecting to like and had me a fucking mess was Wild Robot.
Dude, Wild Robot was really
that one
good.
Hit hard, and I was like, wow.
If I had to, that's the thing. Is like Wild Robot, I think is. I don't know. I mean, I think Inside Out 2 is really good. So I have a.
That's probably gonna get best animation.
That's gonna get best animation. If the Oscars wants to go and be a little bit more experimental this year, and give it to some smaller films, I would be all happy for Flow. But I love Shifty Gizmo brings up Street Fighter 2. Listen, man, if Flow had a Korn soundtrack, you'd be all over it. So shut the fuck up.
And this is every Korn song I've ever heard. And I used to love them when they first came out. And that song "Blind," I was like, oh my god, they just changed the game. They put everything to drop D. They went muggy on their bass. I'm like, holy shit, these guys are gonna change the game. And then every fucking Korn song sounded exactly the same.
Yeah, but like, come on, though. There's a guttural feel to it, though.
Yeah, no, I love Jonathan Davis, man. He's a fucking genius. But they all still sound the same.
Sure. Can I tell you that? I got to tell you this, right? So back in 2007, at the end of 2007, Jonathan Davis came to San Diego, right? He performed an acoustic set and at the House of Blues. And so my neighbor was notorious for winning radio station contests. Because all he would just call and call and call. No, literally. Like he would win. No, I'm not even kidding you. Like he won everything that they had. Like they all knew him really well. And because his job just had him sit around and he would just make calls whenever they'd have a contest, right? And so he got really good at figuring out how to do it, and he always did it. Anyway, he takes us all down there. And I get down there and like you have a whole bunch of Korn heads that are there, right? Full on Korn regalia, like all like the late 90s, early 2000s, like, you know, like the big floater pants and like the dreads and all the shit.
That was me. I was just a little bit older.
All Jonathan Davis did is sit in a chair and just sing. It was all Queens. It was Queen of the Damned soundtrack is what it was.
Yeah. I remember that being the only good part about that fucking movie was it.
Yeah, but no, he did all that. Like that was the thing. That was the tour. And people were mad because they were like, "Where's the fucking music?" Like,
yeah, they wanted. They wanted Freak on a Leash and all that shit, and they didn't get it. Yeah.
And I was like, "Yeah, you're not gonna get that." It was really funny because a lot of people were like really mad. And then I went there, because I had just gone and seen Spice Girls like 2 weeks earlier, so I was going down. Maybe I was in a bit of a Metro phase. I don't quite know.
Are you a Spice Boy?
Hell yeah, dude.
You are a Spice Boy.
I do not hide from it.
Nope.
I do not shame myself for it. I have frequently said that if they ever do another reunion tour, my ass will be there. Fucking beat my, and I have lamented the fact that when they did do the reunion tour in 2007, they did not make it a DVD. They did not record it as a DVD.
Yeah, that's dumb. They should have. They could have made money off.
I don't know. I would have bought it day one.
When you told me, because I was pumping up trying to get everybody to watch Gran Turismo. Oh, watch it. And when you told me that mom was Ginger Spice, that blew my fucking mind. I had to go back and look. I was like, holy shit, that's Ginger fucking Spice. That's Jerry Halliwell.
Jerry Halliwell, baby.
Wood she was always my favorite. She was always my favorite.
Yep. And Wood. Go look up the Spice Girls 2007 Victoria's Secret USO show. They did a bit for that before the tour kicked off. They did a bit of a pre-promo bit where they were like at the Victoria's Secret show or whatever. And they're all in like USO attire from like World War II.
Oh my!
I'll tell you, man. Emma Bunton has never looked good.
Pinup stuff? Oh, that's.
I mean, like not
old school military pinup, like you would paint on the side of a bomber.
No, not like that. Like they were.
Okay.
It was more tasteful, but it's still good. It's still good. You know what I mean? Like it's just because Baby Spice was like, yeah.
Wait, what is all this? Hold on. I gotta backtrack. We just gotta hit the rewind button real quick because I hear you and Shifty and I see you guys argue. What do you mean Street Fighter 2? Are you talking about the game or was there actually a Street Fighter 2 movie?
Oh, okay. Hold on. You don't know about that?
No, I don't know about that.
Oh, okay. So in 2000, there was a feature length Street Fighter 2 animated movie.
Wow.
Oh no, sorry. I wasn't wrong. I was wrong. It's not 2000. It was 1994. I saw it in 2000. That's when I saw it.
Yeah, I don't know much about Street Fighter, but I remember being one of the few people on the planet that actually liked that dog shit movie. But I liked it. I don't know why. There was just something about it. I was a Van Damme head.
Well, here's the thing with that.
You got Kylie Minogue and pigtails, bro. Come on, man. I mean,
here's the thing with that is no. That movie is not bad.
Oh, that movie is good. Okay, because I get a lot of shit.
That movie's amazing.
That.
I don't know
what
anyone who's ever told you that movie's bad or doesn't like it.
I get shit for it all the time, bro.
It's like people saying like the Mario Brothers movie from '93 is bad. Fuck you, no, it isn't. It's not. It ain't the most perfect movie ever made. But god damn it, does it hold a place in my heart. And if they ever decide to do the Street Fighter movie in 4K, I'm buying that shit day one.
Nice.
Hold on here. I'll show you I'll bring up the trailer. Because this is I can't believe you didn't know about this.
No,
So
I get it.
this is from Street Fighter 2, the animated movie, 1994.
The ultimate video game mega hit is now the ultimate, incredibly animated motion picture.
Got Rio.
In the not so
Man,
distant
I like Ryu.
Civilization is under attack. Leading the forces of darkness is the evil mastermind, Bison, who is determined to capture the minds and bodies of the world's greatest fighters for use in his manic plan to conquer the world.
Hadouken! Shoryuken!
The only people on Earth with the powers to stop him are two legendary martial arts warriors. Together they face the fight to end all fights. The final battle of good against evil is about to begin. Full length, fully animated, full on street fighting action. This is no game.
I would watch this. Fuck yeah, I would watch this. I would watch this. This is good animation, bro, and it's old school.
Oh yeah. Fucking Guile.
Street Fighter
Yeah.
2, the animated kick-ass movie only on Manga Video from October 2nd.
God, that was around in '94. That's how asleep on shit I am. I didn't even know what anime was until '96 when my brother showed me Akira. I've never watched much anime after that, but I'll tell you what, Akira, fuck, so good, man. And I'm not even a Street Fighter guy. I'm more of a Mortal Kombat guy, but I love shit like that. I would watch the shit out of that. Have you watched any Mortal Kombat animated movies?
Uh,
They're excellent. They are.
I don't
excellent.
know. I don't know if I did. There was no. I haven't watched any of the. I don't believe that I have watched any of the of that.
Ninja Scroll's one of the few that I watch for it, and I watch because my brother liked Attack on Titan, so I watched that one. I'm not really into what's the one with Sasage? I don't know. I can't think of it right now, but it's there's the two biggest mainstream ones, Dragon Ball Z and the other one that runs the trees and shit. It's got the blonde hair, it's spiked up, the tattoo.
Full Metal Alchemist?
No, this is like the other. This would be the other mainstream after two most popular anime, as far as I know, at one time. Naruto. Thank you, Shifty. Naruto. And I remember liking
Real quick. So I found the movie on Daily Motion. I just happened to randomly click on a
old
part
school Daily Motion. Wow.
and click on it, and we're gonna just move past. There you go. There's Guile. This is an hour 41 minutes. So
Yeah, I would probably I would watch that, I think, man. I like martial arts anime. I really do. I'm just not a big anime guy, man, but I like martial arts animation. Those Mortal Kombat movies are great. The Sub-Zero versus Scorpion one is great. I'm sorry, guys. I'm really high right now, so I'm having trouble.
that's okay. I dropped the link. God damn it, Brandon. You're not allowed. I'm calling your mom tomorrow. God damn it. I've told you to stop.
I read Bleach. I loved it. No, I watched Bleach and loved it. And I read Berserker. Is that what it's called? I remember reading that. And I had a... So I guess there's a tiny part of me that does like anime. But Akira was the one that, like, really... That one changed the game for me, man. Like,
I think, like, I mean, anime is, again, like, if it's something interesting. Like, I think... I'll tell you this. You know what I want you to watch? I want you to watch Your Name.
Your Name.
Your Name. It's a 2016 anime movie. Nearly brought my ass to tears.
That's what I mean, man. I have so much trouble watching those. Oh God, ripping my heart out because I get emotional.
No, dude, it's one of
my old age where everything makes me cry. It's fucking pathetic, dude.
No, that movie. But the thing with Your Name though is like it's a fun little movie. It's kind of a fun little. I don't want to tell you too much about it. And then like it fucking hits you, and you're like, oh shit. And it's good. It's really
I'm okay
good.
with something like that though, man. Because I like tonight was a pleasant surprise, man. I'm gonna sound soft. I'm about to sound like a soft ass bitch, but anytime, you know, Kevin Smith always says, "I'll pay anybody to make me feel something." Yeah, I'm not that far, but every once in a while, a movie will hit me in a certain way, and I'll be like, wow, that was kind of a blessing. That was a gift. And that scene with the dad and the son on the roof looking at that was a very pleasant surprise, you know. Like the last thing I really thought I would do today is wake up, get convinced to watch Monster Squad, and then get emotional over some stupid scene. You know what I mean? And then to me, that's a gift, man. That's a blessing. So now everybody in chat can make fun of me for being a soft ass motherfucker, but
No,
to me,
no,
that's
no.
a
The
gift,
thing
you
is,
know?
but no, the thing is with this kind of stuff though, man, like that's the whole point of movies, right? It's like it's meant to make you feel something. Everything about it is meant to make you feel something because somebody had that intent, right? That is where the art comes from. And even, and again, you guys all know where I stand on AI and everything else. I think the intent, even with AI, is to sit there and convey an emotion one way or the other.
Yeah,
right?
at some point. And before long, it'll just all be used for porn, so it don't matter. You know,
It's already
like,
being used for porn.
Yeah.
Dude, I came across a thread on 4chan the other day that had some really realistic looking shit. And I'm like, what model are they using? I don't know if it's Stable Diffusion. I don't fucking know. You know,
They had your girl. I know you probably don't watch the Hodge twins, the conservative twins.
they had Gina.
No, your other girl. They had Brandy Love. Did a whole interview with them talking about what it's like to be a Christian conservative in the porn industry. and it was I'm not gonna lie, bro, that was some fascinating shit, bro. I was like, wow, she got kicked out of that, whatever the Republican
out of CPAC.
Yeah, I'm like, dude, what the fuck, man? So OnlyFans girls get praised, but girls that actually worked in the industry before it wasn't cool to be a sex worker, they get treated like shit. But some other girl, Bonnie Blue or whatever, can bang 1,000 guys in 9 hours or some shit. It just blew my mind. But yeah, they had your girl on there. And you know what? She admitted her age. You know, she's in her mid-50s and she still looks good.
I know she's in her mid-50s.
And she still looks
incredible. Still looks good.
Man.
Julia Ann is the same way.
Julia Ann's another baddie.
Like,
yeah.
I'm fine with that. Like, I mean, even Nina Hartley looks good. I like older. Yeah,
and Nina's like 70. That's fucking crazy.
Wood and wood. I'm just saying.
It's wood, bro.
Wood and wood. It's just, it's not even a thing. It has more to do with like, it's like, you know, it is a fantasy thing. Absolutely. Right. But like, I'll look at some of these, like, I guess you could say newer models or newer.
I can't believe Shippy knows who Zoe is. I didn't mean to cut you off, but Zoe Holloway, I can't believe you even know who she is. She's one of my favorites, and they are old, bro. Wood and wood. You're right.
I'm just saying, you get me like, you know, in a room with Asia Carrera where things are consensual and I'm single and it's on. You know what I mean?
And here's what's crazy though. When I was young, I was always into the older women too. Like when I was in my 20s, I thought 40-year-old women was sexy. Now that I'm 50, you hit a certain age where you can't be like, oh, I'm into older women anymore because they're going to be dust. You know, they're going to be 90. But I've seen some 60-year-olds out there like Nina that still look great. And you're like, wow. And she's still working. What the fuck, dude? Like, it blows my mind, man. That's crazy.
So she's one day someone is just going to come on in and break her pelvis. It's just going
to that's what's going to be, man. She'll be in a wheelchair, just in an old folks home. But I can't believe Shifty knows who Zoe is, man. Zoe does a lot of the well, let's not get into that. But she has a certain genre that she does that happens to be one of my favorite things. that's I'll just leave it at that.
Now
Shifty probably knows what I'm talking about. I got a thing for hand jobs. It's one of my. I got a big thing for hand jobs, and she has like this.
You say that like it's a bad thing. You say like it's a bad thing.
Well, because most people are like, "Wow, out of all the shit you could choose from this gorgeous woman, you want a hand job?" I got a thing for him. I can't help it, and she does like hand job stuff. I'm so pathetic right now. You got me on here. I'm on gummies. What the fuck, dude? I'm fucking shouldn't be telling you people this. What's wrong with me? But it wouldn't be a Matt Jarbo stream if we didn't talk about porn.
If we didn't talk about hand jobs.
Yeah, that too.
Listen. A good hand job is a good hand job.
I'm telling you. And when yeah, they say the right shit, do the right. Oh, fuck yeah, dude.
You know, it's just like, look, the thing is like not, you know, there's different ways for everything to play out. And, you know, sometimes you just want to wink, right? Like, it's just one of those things. Not everyone gets that. Anyway, feel free to ban Brandon. I will make more mods.
You guys have to understand, you youngsters, okay? And I'm saying it that way. I know I sound old as fuck, but you youngsters in the chat where it's all open and cool and completely acceptable to talk about your favorite porn and the girls you like.
It's really not. It's really not. We just do it here.
It was not cool when me and Maddie were young. Like, that's some shit you took to the grave, bro.
I think we're making David uncomfortable.
Poor Dave.
He's like, moving on. Look
Moving
what, David, you
on.
don't like hand jobs? Anyway, there's some super chats to get to here. Kind of want to.
Yeah, some of
Get
us
to.
are real, yeah, but some of us aren't. Some of these guys are young. Yeah, man, what are you doing? You're neglecting your audience. They're paying you.
Yeah, I've been trying to get a word in.
Fuck bullshit.
I've been trying to like move on, and you're like, let me tell you about fucking. I like Burger
hand jobs.
King. I like Whoppers and hand jobs. It's what I'm about.
Read your super chat.
I'm gonna put that on a shirt for you.
I like
Since
Whoppers.
and
I would
hand
wear
jobs.
it. I don't give a fuck. I would wear it, dude, in a heartbeat.
I still want to get this on a t-shirt. I feel like this is a really good shirt, even though you can tell it's AI because there's way more fingers. There's 6 fingers.
Cheaper than marriage.
Cheaper than marriage. I showed that to my girlfriend. She's like, "What?"
I saw
the
one
fuck?
that said, "I wouldn't fuck you for practice." That one made me laugh.
Ooh,
would- I wouldn't-
that's
I
a
wouldn't-
mean
I
one.
wouldn't
Yeah.
fuck you for practice, and I was like, "Wow, they're kind of upping their game on the insults."
I will say that one of the things that triggered Brandon is I did actually fake this headline. This is a
Oh,
real
really?
headline,
Yeah.
but I added in the AI powered thing, and because he went and looked it up because he's a sneaky little shit.
Simo
So-
Moon, he's always got my back. That's why I love the guy. He's like, man, Whoppers are the burgers of porn stars. That's right, Moon.
Oh, and have it your way.
Have it your way, baby.
Two
But
patties covered in makeup and it's covered in mayo. Jesus Christ. The
His
pickles, the
whales.
diaphragm.
True heel. Yeah, true heel behavior,
Jeez.
bro. Yeah, Parallax is
Oh
right,
my
man. What are you
God.
fucking doing? Read your super chats.
I know, I'm trying to. All right, Garrick here for 5. Thank you. Says, what do you think of Trump abolishing the income tax? Would that be a good thing? I mean, I live in a state that doesn't have income tax, and I moved here because Washington doesn't have income tax. Oregon has a 9% income tax because there's no sales tax. I think in states where there's a sales tax, you shouldn't have an income tax. States where you have an income tax and a sales tax, I think like California fucking sucks. I think good luck getting rid of it. The states that do have it rely on it quite a bit. So unless you're going to bring in a sales tax, which by the way, no one likes sales tax.
No.
So there's that. I mean, that's one of the reasons why, like, what are you going to replace the income tax with? Now, the income tax was added in to get us out of the Great Depression. It was meant to just get us out of the Great Depression, but they kept it around because there's a lot of money. So it's like, what do you use that money for? What the key thing that they need to work on, it really is just getting rid of, lessening the military budget. Which you're never going to get any conservative to ever start talking about, reducing the military.
No,
Because
that's the national defense is always number one on the list.
Oh
at
yeah.
all
Well,
times.
and if you think that nationalism is an aphrodisiac for conservatives, try jingoism. Holy shit. All right. Who's more annoying, Razor Fist or Melanie Mack? The answer to that is yes. I'm going to say Razor Fist because Melanie Mack is clearly like brain damaged.
Here's what I can tell you, because I've been through what she's been through. Not as crazy, but I was raised Catholic, and then later became. You know how they always, the old saying, religion is the opiate of the masses. Okay, when you first get that fucking I'm saved, I gave my life to Jesus shit, you overdo it. You start to try to apply it to everyday life and everything, and that's why you got Goonergate going on right now, and it really is like it's I don't know how to explain it, man. It's an endorphin release that makes you really want to try to cram religion down people's throats, and I hate those kinds of Christians because they make all the other Christians look bad. They don't understand what true. If you're a true Christian, you won't go out there and tell everybody what they're doing wrong and tell them they're going to burn in hell and all that shit, and then preach hate when it's completely bad. The free choice is the biggest rule in Christianity, and she's forgetting that. And you're right. I think it's gone to her head, Maddie. She's fucking crazy. She really is. And that's what makes her annoying, I believe.
I mean, it's just. I don't know. I feel bad on that front because she is so crazy. Now, Goonergate, I found this 2-minute video to learn more about what it is because I quite frankly I don't know.
She flipped out one day. She used to. I mean, I'll watch the video, but here's what happened. Now, and don't anybody forget, because I got a friend. Okay, you know the guy that you always we used to argue with, but then you got along with the other day. I don't want to say his name, but you were on my stream with him. He worked with her in real life at Best Buy. Okay. And he said she was quiet as a fucking church mouse. Then there were some other things that got involved that make people be a little less inhibited. She got a divorce and she kind of checked out, and then she moved away to Texas or something. That's what he told me. And she used her cuteness and her makeup and stuff. She used that to get where she is. Then she became a Christian and started dissing everybody for doing the same stuff that she did to get where she's at. But what blows my mind is she used to do the videos with the other chuds about how they're making the girls in Mortal Kombat ugly. They're supposed to be sexy. Look what they're doing to these comic books. These girls are supposed to be attractive. And now she has taken that and flipped the script completely, and she doesn't want sexuality in her video games. She doesn't want women to be objectified. It's fucking retarded, bro. It really is.
Well, I've seen posts from her from a couple of years ago where she was like, defending a bunch of stuff. You know what I'm saying?
And now she's against it. Because all of a sudden she's a born again Christian, and I can't stand organized religion because of that shit right there. And that's what Goonergate is. But you found a 2-minute video from who? Her?
No, I don't know. I just found it.
Oh.
So we'll take a look at it real quick. Let's see here.
Have you ever come across a drama on the internet that has everyone talking and memes going viral? That's precisely what happened with Goonergate, a controversy that swept the gaming world, combining unexpected twists with religious principles, particularly in relation to the slang term gooner. It all began in early December 2024 when YouTuber Sickly the Ninja voiced his displeasure with the game The First Descendant's obscene character design. His strong views on the over-the-top fan service generated heated discussions on the limits of artistic expression in video games. As other Christian content producers, such as Melanie Mack, joined the discussion, arguing for more subdued character designs and denouncing what they saw as the encouragement of perversion in video games, the phrase Goonergate came into being. A tweet from Pirate Nation featuring Luna, a controversial game character, served as the impetus and swiftly received over 2 million views. Indeed, Luna's persona does appear to have the potential to detract from the game itself.
She's got nice assets.
Who am I to judge that, though? The argument was further stoked by Sickly the Ninja's impassioned response, which resulted in a string of contentious discussions and personal assaults amongst creators. The divisive views among the gaming community were reflected in the abundance of memes that covered every aspect of the debate on social media sites like YouTube, Reddit, and Twitter. Goonergate brought to light the conflict between artistic freedom and social norms, igniting debates about representation, ethics, and the place of religion in video games. Fans were able to manage the intricacies of their feelings and the changing dynamics of the gaming business by using memes as a coping strategy and a means of expression in this complex issue. It became evident that Goonergate was more than a passing controversy as the discussion carried on into January 2025. It demonstrated how fervent groups may impact and mold the stories that pertain to their interests.
That's just dumb to me. What's the one that just came out last year with the really attractive Asian Drake out?
Blade?
She went to bat for that game. She was an advocate for that game. She was telling everybody, it was, "Oh, you're making too much out of it." And then when I saw her on Locale one time, which is, you're absolutely right. It's so kayfabe. It's so, but anyway, that's another. It's all made up bullshit. But she went on there, and he brought another guy. King brought another guy in there to try to humiliate him. And be like, "What do you, come on, I'm trying to put you in the car. You think Melanie's so beautiful, blah, blah, tell her to her face and blah, blah." Melanie, how do you feel about guys thinking that way?
Are you talking, is that 8-bit Eric? Are you talking about 8-bit Eric?
I think so. And Melanie flat out said, "Well, there's nothing wrong with a guy thinking I'm attractive." But the one thing I will say for Melanie is that I don't agree with is she's had a couple stalkers over the past few years. Remember that?
Nope.
One, yeah, she had a stalker follow her, leave a letter on her car, then followed her home. Put one of those, what are those iPhone things that you can put on somebody's shit and then track them to where they go? Yeah, it's
an Apple
up.
AirTag.
Yeah, she got stalked for real. She was telling Chrissy Mayer about it one time, but then she went all Christian and started doing what all Christians do, trying to fucking force feed you that shit. And you're a sinner and blah blah blah. And this isn't God's way. And now you want to direct religion towards every conversation you have, and that's because she's in the honeymoon phase. She'll go back to all that other shit soon enough. She will.
Yeah. Well, I think in many ways, someone like Melanie is, just, she's dumb. She's just dumb.
She is dumb. And I
right.
think
And
she's
then,
lost.
but then also Razor Fist apparently was kind of going at her. Or, he's
everybody turned
defending
on
her.
Everybody,
No.
oh yeah, they
Raise your fist, straight up.
yeah, she had a few stands out there, but for the most part, everybody, even her crew at Geeks and Gamers, all them. Jeremy from the Quartering, he tried to simp for a minute, then even he distanced himself and backed off because everybody said, "Wow, this shit she is saying is fucking dumb," and you don't even have to go that far back into her videos, unless she nuked them, to see her saying the exact opposite thing. I don't know. She is. What it is she doesn't have anything. She's broken. And I say that actually feeling a little bit bad for her. She's a broken person with nothing to believe in. So she found the one thing that most people turn to when they got nothing else. And now she's trying to overdo it. And what's that word?
I mean, overdoing it is what happens.
Yeah, it always happens
anyway, because you have to keep in order to maintain the dopamine hits that your audience needs to keep them coming. Like you need to keep upping, right? It's like one of the reasons why the people that she runs with are like, everything is woke, everything is this, everything is that. And you're like, is it really though? Is it
really though? Like, what
or
the
are
fuck,
you all just
dude?
like fucking annoying, And then it's just, oh, hold on, God damn it.
It's too bad too, because some of the stuff she does is actually funny, or used to be, and she's pretty, she's cute. She don't got to do all this grifter bullshit. She don't,
Well, I mean, she went to there was that meetup she went to with what's it called? The fucking
with Rippaverse and all them.
and she had the what was it called? She had like the F slur, the F slur stuff on there. Out of it.
Yeah, and when that ran its course, it went viral. So she kept trying to push that, screaming that word on all her little cuts. And the truth is, I don't know if she's like applying that to Christianity or whatever, but I doubt if she even, it feels like a grift to me. She may not even really feel that way. But then that ran its course and she wasn't getting as many views. So she needed something else to be outraged about and to make everybody else. She doesn't care, I think, about an image. She cares more about engagement. So she's going to do whatever the fuck she's got to do to get that engagement. And this is just a new one. Oh my God, her butt's too big. What was the thing a couple years ago, Maddie? Where are her organs? Remember when that was hashtagging all over the place because girls were bitching about the unreal female stereotypes of comic books and video games. It's the same thing. It's the exact same thing. You're right. She's just dumb, and I think she's broken. I mean, you can't eat whole sticks of butter and say the shit you say, and not be a little bit broken,
Yeah,
plus I know some stuff about her personal life that I've never put out there, but the type of things that have happened to this woman will break a woman,
Yeah. It's so weird to look at because the thing is her friend group, they're not going to call her out. They're going to defend her. And that's why, I think Razorfist is getting the shit that he's getting, although it's deserved because he sucks. Did you ever see the video of Razorfist threatening his I don't say threatening, but being like imposing on his ex-girlfriend?
Yeah, I think Brodan showed me or something, but I never liked that guy anyway. You know what I mean? I never liked him anyway. So
yeah.
Some of those guys I just can't stomach. I can't watch them. A couple of them I can if I want to chuckle at their dumbass takes. But then there's others that the minute they're on, I just get triggered. Like Gary, I just get triggered. I just like nope. I can't even listen to his voice because I know me. I know what would happen. I know what would happen if me and that guy were in a room alone. I just know. So I don't watch them.
Yeah, no, I understand entirely. I just can't. I don't watch them, and I know people will, say that to me. They'll send me fucking shit about it all the time or whatever, and I'm just like, I don't care. I wish I could care. I just don't.
Well, no, I was with you through all that shit. I was one of the guys that was like didn't like you at first, and I like when anybody who thinks this guy gives a shit. Just keep saying what you're saying because I've watched you truly go from wow, this sucks, my life's kind of fucked up right now to I don't give a fuck. Like you really don't give a fuck, bro. I've watched it. I watched you go through that cycle, so I get it. Fuck them. I don't give a shit. Say what you're gonna say, man.
Well, I mean, that's kind of the thing I laugh at is like, I mean, people make up like weird shit about me too. It's kind of funny how that goes, but that's the internet in a nutshell. Mo here for 2 says Melanie's 88% butter. Chris can't relate. Now he can relate.
I can relate. I'm like 54.9% butter.
Butter. All right, let's keep going here. H bars for 5. Thanks, buddy. Says thoughts on people saying this is the start of Holocaust 2 Electric Boogaloo. This being the Trump and sending the immigrants over to Gitmo.
I'll just be honest and tell you what I really feel.
Yeah, let's go.
This guy scares the shit out of me. He does. I used to be like, okay, what's really so bad about this motherfucking dude? Where's all these bodies? Where's the receipts on this motherfucker? And then it really dawned on me. I heard somebody, I'm not going to say their name, but somebody was talking on a podcast the other night. He may or may not be on the panel with me right now. And they said, Trump's so good at getting other people to take the fall for his bullshit. And it dawned on me, oh my God, maybe that's why there's no fucking receipts, man. Because everybody else is taking the fall for his bullshit. But we're in a time right now that does seem scary to me. They weren't fucking around. He signed all those executive actions. They started rounding motherfuckers up. And I'm with you. Yeah, if some motherfucker threw somebody in front of a train or chopped somebody up, or when Dr. Phil, they caught that sex trafficker. Get those motherfuckers out of here. But when you're just going to like round up anybody who came over here illegally, and they might have been here 8-10 years. Now they got a 10-year-old that's in school and has friends, bro. That's beyond unacceptable. And it's a scary time out there right now. It really is. It's fucking scary.
It is. I mean,
but it's scary.
It is definitely, freaky out there for a lot of people, and everything else. And we just kind of have to remember that this too shall pass, right? Now the thing is, there's certain things I think people need to realize they can fight back against, and other things that they won't be able.
Yeah, like the fucking transgender thing. He can't do that. He can maybe make it to where you can't put that box on the DMV, but he can't eradicate.
He told Pete Hegseth to basically kick out the transgender people in the military, and there's about 30,000.
Yeah, that's a huge lawsuit. It's a huge,
it's not a lawsuit though. They can do it.
Are they allowed to do it? What loophole did they find?
They're going to give them on a medical discharge.
God, they're evil. They're fucking evil, bro. That's pure evil.
That's what they're going to do. And it's that's been a thing. Is like I remember when they allowed under Obama, when they allowed they openly allowed gay people in the military, and I was in San Diego and I was watching the news coverage on it, and like they did this weird staged photo op where you had they went and they found the hot lesbian couple on the ship. So you had the cute, and then they come out and
lesbians, right?
No, I don't know if I'd say lipstick. I think full blown, but it was just they had them paraded out there, and then they had them kiss, and I'm like, this is the only way you're going to get guys to accept it, because they're like,
dude, that's you know what, and no, you know what. And you're one of the few people on the planet I think would have the balls to actually come out and say that live like you just did. Because most people are scared to even say some shit like that. Like, yeah, all right, fine. We'll accept the good-looking lesbians, or at least the ones that make out in front of us. That's how we'll vote.
That's how you do it, though. But that's how you fucking do it. All right,
that's how people wouldn't say that shit.
But that's the whole point, though. Is this marketing, right? How do you get hetero men to be okay with lesbians and gays in the military? You don't even focus on the gay bit of it, right? You just focus on the fact that it's like, wait, hold on. If these women are on a submarine, three-way, maybe, I don't know, they're going to be okay with it. But then,
I always wondered what it would be like to be, because I'm everybody in my family is military except me. Just like everyone in my family went mechanic or carpenter, and I somehow became an artist. It's just I'm the black sheep. But I always wondered, and I don't want to sound sexist. I don't, because I'm not. You want to put a chick on the front line with me, you go right ahead. Okay. If I'm on the front and I got a chick in the foxhole with me, great. Okay. If that's really what she wants to do. But I still wonder what it would do to a man's psyche to watch some girl get blown to fucking pieces right next to him. She steps on an IED, or she takes one to the head from a sniper. That's the only argument I've ever agreed with, as sexist as it sounds, that would mentally fuck with a man, because we can't help it that it's in our DNA to love women and not want to see bad things happen to them. It's in our fucking DNA. It's coded in us men to protect.
Well,
we have protective
yeah, but
instincts.
there's also a large rising number of men who simply hate women.
Yeah, and that's bullshit. Why?
So, like,
because they're
how
a bunch of fucking incels, man.
Because like how many of them, like if you have like a woman that would be injured on the battlefield and the person next to her is like an incel.
Yeah,
you
fuck that
know,
bitch.
It's like,
wow. Yeah,
she's
fuck
like,
that
"Help-
bitch. Let her bleed out.
help me. Oh,
Yeah.
like you helped me get off the other night, right? You crazy. No, it's just so dumb. I mean, like, look, I have no issue with women in combat roles.
No, if they want to be there, fine.
Yeah, they want to be there.
Yeah.
I have issue with the military in general, but that's just me. I don't think that I'll get shit for this, but you'll never hear me say thank you for your service. You'll never hear me say it.
Well, here's one thing I
But-
know about a lot of it was okay at first back in 2003 when a lot of people were getting mad at they don't even like hearing it. They don't even want to hear that shit.
It sounds so forced when people
Yeah,
do
it sounds forced. It
right?
sounds fake.
It sounds so like
it sounds scripted almost.
Yeah.
It sounds practiced.
yeah.
And they don't even want to hear that anymore.
It's like someone's in the military. Oh, I'm in the military. Oh, thank you for your service. Yeah, thanks.
No, cool, bro. You got
Like,
a job
all right,
just like
you know?
everybody else, except your job
Like,
might get you killed.
Yeah,
So
like
an
what do
oil
you-
worker.
Yeah, like what do you do? Oh, I push paperwork.
Yeah,
Thank you for your
you
service. No, I get it, but for me, it has a lot to do with the fact that when I was in San Diego, I met a ton of Navy, ton of Marines, and it's like they're fucking assholes, and they know that they're assholes. And this is post 9/11 when there was that massive amount of patriotism that was mixed with nationalism and jingoism, and it blew up into this fucking attitude thing. And
Explain
it drove me up the gut.
jingoism to me.
Jingoism is the love of let me just make sure I have it correct here. Jingoism is extreme patriotism.
Okay, I'm a patriot, but not to the extreme. Not to
No,
where I'm like
if you
yeah.
were to, like you would look at the crazies on January 6th who stormed the Capitol, they would fall under that guy, like that phrase.
Yeah, I'm
that
never gonna
term.
let no one gets to send me off. Look, I'm allegiance. I'll pledge allegiance to certain things. I'll give a person my allegiance, or I'll at least be like, okay, let's compromise. But I'm not dumb enough that I'm so fucking brainwashed that if somebody is dog whistling and wanting me to attack a fucking Capitol building, fuck you, dude. I'm not that loyal to anybody. I'm not that loyal to my own mother and father. You know what I mean? Like I'm not, dude. I wouldn't. So if that's what it means to be that extreme in patriotism, that's the kind of shit that if jingoism is what I think it is, what you're explaining, that's the kind of shit that if Donald Trump ever did want to use the military against people, and some military guys would go, I'm not going to fight our own countrymen. Are you fucking crazy? I'm not going to. Yeah. But the ones that are extremely loyal would do it. Does that make sense to you? You know what I'm saying?
No, well, the thing is the people that are loyal are the ones that they would, if they wanted it to happen, they would find those people first.
Yeah, exactly.
And then,
it'd be a coup,
they would
a
start,
real fucking coup.
They would start to purge the ranks of people. There's been so much happening that I don't know how much of it's true. This is the thing. I don't know. Is I'm seeing stuff like there are certain, like, I guess, like rules being passed in like Congress, or they're voted on, trying to make it illegal to like vote against Trump's agenda. You know, like if Trump wants to do something and you as a representative or senator are like, no, like you could get in trouble for it. Like some places,
to some of the crazy shit he's saying.
No, I know, but then like
I want to get rid of FEMA.
But like Florida was like something like if you teach anti-Trump or against Trump's agenda, like you get in trouble like legally. It's like
that is when it becomes true fascism, a true dictatorship. That is
like,
when it
this
becomes
is shit
scary.
And I don't. But again, the problem though is like there's so much happening. There's so many things because he did that blitzkrieg with the executive orders that just make it like, okay, what's going on with what, who, and the what now? Like this whole crash that happened today in DC. Like, you know, there's something I saw on Twitter about how it was he fired like 100 FAA managers today or something like that, and this happens. Like,
did you see that he put a 90-day hold on any kind of foreign aid to anyone except I don't want to say that, you know what but that's crazy.
But except what, Israel?
Except Israel. That's fucking crazy.
Well, because we are never going to ever not give Israel what they want. We're just never going to do it. And that's the unfortunate
I want to
thing.
get rid of FEMA. I want to get rid of this. It's fucking,
Yeah, he wants to basically make America Israel again.
it's
Like that's what he
overwhelming.
wants.
It really, at this point, because I was really deep into the politics, the election happened, and now I just watch this shit, and there's so much shit going on at once. It's overwhelming to the point that I'm just like,
See, here's the thing. Hold on. Command Unit here for 5 says Trump also reinstated soldiers that got fired for not accepting the vaccinations with back pay. That's around 10,000 loyal soldiers. That's not, no, fuck them. Fuck those guys. When you join the military, you get inoculated anyway.
yeah, no matter what.
You get inoculated when you go on in. So
Yeah,
that's
part
that's
of part of your agreement. It's not like the whole I'm a nurse, but I shouldn't have to take the shot if I don't want to. When you're in the military, you do what the fuck you're told. That's it.
Exactly. So that's complete bullshit, right? You go in there and they get shots. You have to get inoculated to go to college, right?
Yeah.
You have to get
you can't even go, dude. You can't even get on a plane and go to like. Dude, I was going to go see Julie in Ireland, but I'm afraid to fly. When I found out I had to get inoculated for certain things and get all the, I was like, wow, you can't even go to like certain places in England without getting inoculated. You just have to do it. It's just
it's so ridiculous to me. It's like you refuse your job, you got fired, and then Trump's like, now because what it is look, we have the power of hindsight now when it comes to the vaccines, obviously, and there's this idea that people like to believe that if you take the vaccine, you can't get sick, right? Like, oh, it's a preventative thing.
Yeah.
It's meant to like either it not impact you or lessen its impact. With COVID, it was to lessen the impact and to lessen the spread. Right. So like, and then again, as this is like to get it done, to get it out there. And then, you need to get herd mentality, not herd mentality, herd
immunity.
Thank you. In order to be able to contain it.
Wait, is that COVID, true? Bakateel, is that true that the MMA vaccine is not the same as regular vaccines? What's different about it? See, that's the only shit that fucks me, Matt. Like, if you're gonna put something in my body, fine, but tell me what it is and tell me the fucking truth. That's all. I'll follow the rules.
But hold on, okay.
Don't
see, this
is
yeah. Let's see here. COVID vaccine.
Because I watched Fauci flip up about 37 times. I watched Rachel Maddow come out and say, if you take the vaccine, you're fine and you're never going to get it again. I watched her say that shit. And then people try to tell me my eyes were lying to me.
Okay, hold on. An mRNA vaccine gives cells instructions for how to make the S protein found on the surface of the COVID-19 virus. After vaccination, the body's muscle cells begin making the protein pieces and showing them on cell surface. This causes the body to create antibodies. So the mRNA vaccine essentially just basically tricked your body into creating the antibodies to prevent COVID.
What are the people called that do this science? They're not just biologists. There's another group of them. What are they called?
Not vaccinologists. Immunologists.
Maybe that's what they're called. But those people spend all those years to do those things, to learn how to. You've got to trust those people. You know what I mean? Now, I don't like the idea of throwing some virologist. That's what it is, Rational. Thank you. I don't like the idea of getting something thrown in my body that hasn't been long-term tested. But at the same time, people got to understand this COVID shit hit and came out of nowhere. And there wasn't really time to follow the regular security procedures and protocols. There wasn't.
That's the whole thing. And this is where you get to the whole.
This was an unprecedented event,
Well, yeah, because you get the whole idea of, okay, well, Trump's Operation Warp Speed to get a vaccine ready to go. And it took a little bit of time and they got it out. And then, Biden like definitely got to kind of take the credit on its rollout, so to speak, because like it really went wide under Biden and everything else. But according to what I'm reading here is mRNA vaccines don't contain live viruses. So therefore it's not like getting a normal vaccine where they inject you with the virus as a way for your body to create the antibodies. So it's really not so bad either fucking way. The idea that the right wing is pushed about these mRNA vaccines is bullshit. You had Trump last week when he had Larry Ellison and Sam Altman up there for that $500 billion agreement to create data centers in the United States. And Trump himself was talking about creating mRNA vaccines using AI. Okay. Like he was out there last week saying that shit. So, Larry Ellison says he wants to make an AI cancer vaccine. I mean, it's going to help out. It's going to absolutely help out with all that shit. And it's getting cheaper.
I saw the press conference about that cancer thing.
Yeah,
that's
it's getting
crazy, bro. It's
crazy. And it's getting cheaper and it's getting more. accessible and everything else. And I understand people don't want to quarantine, but it was an unprecedented thing.
Yeah, it was
The first
something
time
and not to mention people were scared. They were fucking scared.
people were
man.
fucking terrified. People, got to sit home for months or whatever, a year.
Can't go visit my parents because I
was-
might carry something in the house that kills them because they're
Sure,
older than me.
exactly.
That's scary
I mean,
shit,
that's
bro.
the thing with Max, right? Max had to do that. Like his dad, right? Like his parents.
Yeah,
like
yeah,
he had to be the go-between. But then I didn't get the opportunity to not work. I had to go out there and deal with the general public for doing the Uber, and then I had to go. Then I got the job at the Census Bureau because I still had bills to pay and a family to fucking feed.
Exactly.
So it's like not all of us got to fucking sit on our. It would have been nice, but not all of us got to sit on our fucking ass and like hang out.
Essential workers,
So it's and I wasn't even considered an essential worker. I never got that treatment.
Wow,
You
you got that treatment in that pay.
I was never that fucking treated like that because I was a gig worker and I was making sure people got their fucking food.
Hold on, Jess, you work. Hold on, give me a minute, man. Jess, you work at a pharmacy? Yo, slide up in my DMs, homie.
Oh, Jesus Christ. Gotta get that Vicodin. Wait until Resident Evil or Left 4 Dead become reality. Cool, let's go. Fuck it.
As long as it ain't fucking zombies, bro. I don't give a shit, man. Zombies freak me out, dude. It's the only monster I've ever been scared of. They freak me out. It's hard to watch. It's still at 50. It's hard to watch things like fucking even Walking Dead because I just think to myself, I wonder what they fucking smell like. You know what I mean? The kind of infection you would get off a living, rotting fucking corpse. They're so fucking disgusting. Zombies are so fucking gross, dude. That's probably why I'm fascinated by them. I've seen every zombie
Imagine
movie
the
ever.
smell.
Imagine what they smell like, bro. Exactly.
Yeah.
Can you imagine? Oh my fucking God.
Yeah, I'm getting to your super chat, Rational. We're making our way through the list.
Rational, you need to calm the fuck down, man.
All right.
We'll put you in a corner. I'm just kidding.
No, here we go. Okay, Rash number 5 says the LGBT community and the Mexican community are ripping the film Emilia Perez apart. Why did the Oscars think it was a good idea to nominate
I don't know,
it?
but don't try to argue with Perp about it.
Can't argue with Perp. He's too fucking emotional. Perp, if you're listening, you need to unlight that fuse on your tampon, take a couple deep breaths, and then like actually have a conversation about the movie.
I love that you and him can like really go at each other and still be totally cool.
No, it's fine. I like Perp, so I have no issue.
Yeah. No, he's one of my favorite. He really is.
It was like I saw him go live today, and I was sitting there watching TV with my kid, and then it's like, oh, Emilia Perez. I'm like, you have Emilia Perez.
I knew you were gonna go in there too, and I was like, fuck. I wonder if I should go in because I know Matt's gonna go in, and I feel the same way that you do. I thought the story was okay. There were parts I didn't like. There were parts that were cringe, but 13 Oscars. And it's not this giant, to me, it's not this giant cinematic statement of art and visionary. Like, get the fuck out of here. So I'm just not feeling it. But Perp does feel it. And that's okay because he feels it. And I'm okay with that.
Yeah.
But 13 Oscars, that's Lord of the Rings shit, bro. That's Ben-Hur.
That's Titanic.
That's Titanic, motherfucker. What? No. Most people haven't even seen this dog shit.
Well, it's like I keep trying to explain to Perp, and that is, what the day of the Oscars, the movie itself wasn't in the top 10. Like the day that the Oscars. Now, when the Oscars happen, the movie will probably shoot to the top 10 on Netflix. But for the most part, that day it wasn't in the top 10. Like people just weren't watching it.
Well, let's just be honest. Let's just be honest, since we can say the other stuff. Let's just be honest. I'm going to go ahead and say it, and I'm going to get, first of all, real talks. I watched Last of Us. I loved it. I cried. Episode 3, and then the last 2 episodes are my favorite. That's a great fucking show. But let's go ahead and just say it. Do you feel as if Hollywood, because I didn't want to say it to Perp, and I still kind of don't want to say it, but he brought up all the, James Cameron says it's great, and so says all these blurs from all these people. Do you feel like these Hollywood people feel like they're forced to have to say that shit, and that perhaps maybe, just maybe, the Academy is pandering? I mean, do you feel that way?
That's kind of the whole fucking point. Is like, yes, they are pandering.
Okay, I just want to make sure I'm not the only one thinking that.
No, it's the thing. The thing with Perp is like, look, man. As much as I love the Hollywood, I love the entertainment industry, all that jazz. There's no question that you look at Crash from like 2006. You look at there's another one that won Best Picture.
And I really liked Crash, but I didn't think it was an Oscar. Not because it was up against. What was Crash up against, bro?
2006. I don't remember.
And Brodan, he swears up and down. fuck, he'll say it, fuck 12 Years a Slave. That was some bullshit. Like he's like he hates that movie because he says it's a trope. It was a good movie, but it's a trope that's been done over.
Well,
and over
but it's also based on a true story.
Exactly.
You know what I mean?
That's what I tried to tell him, bro.
It's not like it's fiction.
It's not like some fictional trope. This is real shit happening.
My favorite part of that movie was when Brad Pitt showed up, and I was watching it with my girlfriend in the theater. I just leaned over and went like, "Oh, good, Canadian Jesus is here." And she's like, "What do you mean?" I'm like, "He rescues him." Because Brad Pitt was a producer on the movie. So it's like the thing is, these movies like
Brad Pitt's not Canadian.
No, but in the character in the movie, he played
he's from
a Canadian.
Here, motherfucker. He's from Missouri.
No, yeah. In the movie, he played a Canadian that was visiting and whatnot. Right. It just goes to show you that Canadians are the best, but
they really are. They are they're salt of the earth people. They like really are, man. They are. I mean, you got your thugs up there too. Don't think you don't, but they really are. But crashes up against Brokeback Mountain. What was the other movie you were going to mention? There were some movies that you're just like, how the fuck, you know?
But the industry, look, right now for this particular movie, for Emilia Perez, you have again, like the military saying trans people can't be involved. There's only 2 genders, right? So you've got all of these political actions against the trans community, and you've got a movie about starring a trans actress about a character that transitions and then tries to better their life. Or make up
wants a redemption arc,
and wants a redemption arc,
philanthropist and a legacy, and I'm just like,
and then she becomes a saint or whatever. But then you've also got the Latino angle of it as well, where since it takes place in Mexico City, and you've got the situation now with all these deportees and this Gitmo situation that's going on, right? Like all these roundups that are happening. Hollywood is responding to Trump by nominating.
No, they really are. That's why
that is very subpar.
And I want to talk to you about that because earlier I could tell you were getting heated. I was like, shit, I don't want Maddie.
No, I wasn't getting heated. No, my. Because
that's why I got angry about the Captain America thing, because I feel like that today's politics shouldn't be into the ideal of Captain America. Is all I meant. But are you done with the super patch? Because I just want you to do one thing real quick.
Yeah,
Shifty gives him highlight. Shifty gives him. You don't think that's funny?
Hold on, I got to look at it here. Rosie Perez greater than Emilia Perez.
That's funny.
That would be great. Yeah.
No, because I was like, oh shit, Matt might be getting heated at me because I know.
No, it's not that. It's the fact that fucking Perp just cuts everybody off. Like he gets so worked up over it. He gets so worked up.
When I brought up the Anthony Mackie stuff though, I was like, shit, I don't, man.
The thing is though,
heated at me. That's just my opinion.
Why? No, it's the thing with Anthony Mackie is like, I don't know if you saw the video today that I did.
Yeah, it's a great video.
The little cry-on.
It makes good points. It's a great video.
But my little thing there at the bottom says Anthony Mackie really stepped in it.
Yeah, he did. If you want to say that shit, Anthony, I love him in everything he's ever been in, Maddie. He made me cry when I watched We Are Marshall. I love the dude. He brings it. Wait till the fucking movie's out before you do some Rachel Zegler shit, man. Shut the fuck up. You're gonna tank your movie.
It's like that. It's like the kid who played the guy who's doing Spider-Man for the new Spider-Man show, saying that thing about
it might be too woke.
It's not woke and at least it's not woke and annoying, right?
It's not woke and annoying.
But here's the thing: is I watched it last night, and then you know what? I showed it to my kids today, and I watched it again. I really like it. No, it's okay. I mean, you have characters that are race bent and gender bent, but it's not woke.
That's
but it's fine. It's fine. It's not. I know it's not canon to the MCU. Is how I view it. And it should be canon to the MCU. It goes as far as to even mimic the first time we see Spider-Man in the MCU. That tracking shot when Peter gets off the elevator in Queens and goes to the apartment, that's completely done in the episode. In Spider-Man Homecoming,
that's pretty cool.
In Spider-Man Homecoming, when they remember in it's not in Homecoming, but it's
Civil War.
Civil War. But remember in Homecoming when he's swinging around and there's that hot dog cart guy, do a flip, Spider-Man. He's on the show Severance now. That guy has a cameo, like in the episode, right? Like, so it's like they are tying it into the MCU, but they've detached themselves from it. Like it's just a slightly different universe, and it's like, okay, fine, whatever. But I like it. I like it. I want to see more.
I wasn't, because animation ain't really my thing, and I wasn't really gonna do X-Men 97, and I loved it. I fucking loved it, dude. Whoa,
hold on, wait, hold on, folks, hold on here. Breaking news: H-Barts What?
Yeah, I saw that too. He's got a date.
Hold on here. Hold on. Do I have anything here that we can use to celebrate this? No. Fucking shit.
You
Hold
don't
on.
have
Wait.
one drop?
Wait.
Not
I got.
one.
Well, hold on. If he plays it right, he plays it right. Yeah. Yeah. That is an AI sound of a frog dying, and it just sounds like some dude nutting.
Wow.
Like or Donald Duck having some sex. But anyway, congratulations. And no, it's not Lily. I know it's not Lily. Is it the Taylor? Is it that girl you're telling me about? Jarvo, no. You know who it is. Is it that girl you're telling me about?
Are we getting another season of that? Are we getting another season of Fallout?
Oh yeah, they're shooting it right now.
Okay, I didn't know if they greenlit it or not. I figured it did well enough that we would get a
It had 8 billion minutes watched on Amazon.
that's-
Yeah, it's definitely getting a second season. No, is it no. There's a girl that H Bart's no, it's not Taylor. Okay, cool. Is it Elmo's wife's friend from the wedding? I know all these things about his life because we talk all the fucking time. I'm just glad I'm glad you've got a date. Don't fuck it up. Never, oh, by the way, never leave the house with a loaded gun. I think, Chris, you'd back that advice up. Right?
Not loaded.
Yeah,
Not
never
loaded.
leave the house. Never
But you
leave
could but you could keep the gun in your belt and the clip in your pocket.
Yeah, but make sure it's unloaded when you leave the house. Yeah. Here we go. Okay. Oh, it's one of Elmo's wife's friends. Yeah.
You've seen There's Something About Mary, right?
Yeah,
Do that.
yes, that's where I pulled that line from. Yeah. You never leave the house with a loaded gun.
Never.
It's the fucking hair. It's the hair gel scene. The movie's amazing. Can you believe that movie is like coming up on 30 years and
I'm
3 years?
I'm so old. I'm so old.
I know. All right. So keeping on from that one there, H Barts has a request for you. Chris, no, he says here, hold on. Sorry. Chris, have you watched Nosferatu?
Not yet. That's I was gonna watch that tonight, and then I got talked into, thankfully, watching I watched Monster Squad, but Nosferatu, I have it now. I did actually get it on. I bought 2 movies off of the Amazon. One was Den of Thieves 2, and the other one was Nosferatu. So
Oh, I didn't know Den of Thieves 2 already hit digital.
yeah, I hit digital. So
I haven't seen the first Den of Thieves, so I can
good. It's good. It's gritty. It's got a triple nine vibe.
Nice.
Very good.
Yeah, I mean, I do want to. I like Gerard Butler, and
If
I
you
like
take
those
Heat
guys.
and Triple Nine and put it together, that would be Den of Thieves. Yeah.
Okay. Let's see. Also here, H Bar says Chris finished Godzilla X Kong New Empire. It's really good.
Yeah, no, I watched them all as soon as they come out.
I haven't seen that one yet. That's
Watch them all.
I need to watch.
It's really
it.
fun. The zero gravity thing is pretty fun. It's fun. It's a fun movie, man. It really is. And the girl that is like the ward, she's I always forget what I've seen her in, but she's really pretty, man. The girl that takes care of Godzilla, or not Godzilla, King Kong. I always forget what I've seen her in, but she's beautiful. I think she might have been in Deadwood, if that's the same girl, but she's so pretty and everything. And I really like her as an
Rebecca
actor.
Hall.
Yes, she's so good in everything. She's good. She's pretty. And she has like some really killer scenes in this one. I like this one a lot.
Because she's she was in Iron Man 3.
Oh, yeah, that's right. She was the girl with the plant. But I want to think she was in Deadwood too. Was it not in Deadwood? What was she in, man? That was TV that I know her from, because I'm always like, man, I know that girl. You know?
Oh wow, her and I are the same age. I always thought she was older.
It's not the girl from Deadwood, although I do think the girl from Deadwood's very pretty too, Mrs. Garrett. And what a weird name, Mrs. Garrett. Facts of Life. Like what?
She was in The Prestige. Let's see. She was in The Town.
The Town. That's right. Yes. Yeah, The Town, bro. The Town. Such an underrated flick, dude.
That's a good movie. Yeah, that's a good movie. I like that one quite a bit. Let's see. She was in television. She was in probably Nothing Here. Yeah, Nothing Here. Not like that.
Yeah, I like her. I got a thing for that look, like the Dana Delaney. You know who Dana Delaney is, right?
Exit to Eden, baby.
Yeah, exactly. There's just
That's
something.
a bush. That's a bush.
There's something about that look on a woman that I'm attracted to. Her, Rebecca Hall, the girl from Deadwood.
Hold on. I want to play this for people. I don't think people know about about the movie Exit to Eden?
Oh, it's is it a Crichton? Who did Exit to Eden? It's Crichton. It's one of those big. You're like, wow, really?
Okay, here I got the trailer right here. This is HBO video trailer from '94. Gary Marshall did this.
Detectives Fred Lavery and Sheila Kingston,
Yeah, what's the book based
the
on?
two straightest
Based on a
cops
book.
in L.A.,
I gotta get a bikini wax.
Just stop telling me about that
Anne Rice?
disgusting female stuff.
are about to be
I don't know.
thrown a curve.
I need you to go undercover to a
Even Rosie was still pretty back
place
then.
for S&M, B&D, and DNS.
Eminem?
They're going undercover to pursue an international smuggling ring
Here's some bondage magazines to study up on.
in the last place on Earth these two should ever go.
Welcome to Eden Island, where your fantasy is our pleasure.
I'm here to make your body tingle.
Is that so?
Our head mistress of Eden, Mistress Lisa.
Your parents know you do this?
Man, oh man, what a bunch of oddballs.
It's against their principles.
Hey!
Was that Iman?
Dancing after
Yeah.
2 a.m.!
It's against their policy
No, that
wanna
is
play that
something
game.
I would not have been capable of.
and against their grain.
Lucy? Oh, sorry.
Oh, why don't you go lay in front of the door and you can play guard boy?
This Pleasure Island is starting to get to me.
They're talking about you all over the island.
Get out of here.
Hi there, big boy.
I remember that. I
But if
remember
they're
that
going to
scene.
crack this case, they may have
I
to
mean, I'm not gonna lie,
flash
Rosie looks
more
cute
than
there.
their badges.
Like Elvis Goes to Hell.
From the director of Pretty Woman,
You know, we gotta solve this case soon because hanging around here, I am so...
Dana Delaney, Paul Mercurio, Rosie O'Donnell, Dan Aykroyd, in a Gary Marshall film.
Well, pardonnez-moi.
She's trying to kill me, you idiot! Copper!
I don't have any cups.
We're the only two people on this island without handcuffs!
Exit to Eden.
How can I fulfill your fantasy?
Go paint my house.
Rosie used to be cute and funny. That was right after she left VH1 and started doing back in stand-up. Rosie used to be very attractive back then. And I'm pretty sure that's a Michael Crichton or an Anne Rice novel that they based the movie on. And people,
Well, let's see here.
People got
Based
mad
on the book
because-
by Anne Rice.
yeah,
Wow.
and it was not supposed to be a comedy. And Anne Rice was pissed about it. And then later on, she grew to love it. You know, it's weird. But yeah, I remember.
I-
but it's
I
not a
didn't-
bad movie. And
No,
Dana
it's very
Delaney's
funny. It's very
gorgeous.
funny.
Gorgeous, man. That girl's
Yeah, just Google Dana Delaney Exit to Eden nude, and you'll
I
see
remember
what we're
that.
talking
I
about.
remember when the scene. There's some pretty erotic shit in that one. Remember the dude kept trying to see her, her cooch, and later on, after she fucking put him through all that hell, she was naked and sat on his back and made him in his chair. And she's like, "Now I'm gonna let you feel what you were trying so hard to see." And I'm like, "This is porn."
Yeah,
But it had all the comedy of it. It's not a bad movie. And like Dana Delaney, I first saw Dana Delaney in Tombstone. And
Okay.
I was like, who is that? And then I went back and I'm not fat shaming Rosie. I'm saying she used to be cute back then. We all get old. We all lose our, attractiveness. But back then, I thought Rosie was pretty, especially when she worked for VH1. When she had like the crimped hair and the big poof on the top. Yeah, it was it's a different time, guys. Different vibe. China Beach. Holy shit, Dana Delaney was in China Beach. Holy shit, that's the first place I saw her. Yeah, I was wrong. Good, man. Deep cut, Shifty. No shit. I forgot all about China Beach. Maddie, do you know what China Beach is?
I know of the movie. I've heard of it. I don't know.
It was a drama. It was a drama on ABC about Vietnam. It was like MASH, but serious. Yeah.
Okay.
I don't know how else to explain it. MASH was serious too, but it was
like
comedic.
MASH, but serious. Okay.
It was like I think that's what it was about. It was about Vietnam, and I think maybe I'm wrong. Fuck. No, I'm pretty sure I'm not wrong.
All right. Well, let's keep going here. Command Unit says I sent you a teaser trailer for a Stardust 2 40K animation miniseries. I'll check it out at the end. Okay, I'll check it out at the end. But I did see it. It's up on my Discord. Zap here, member chat. It has. This is about the Street Fighter. That's Chung Li ass and titties. Yep. Let's see here. Also, Mo for 2 says we're living in the prequel to Escape from L.A. Yeah, the city's on fire and people might need to get out.
California's so
Let's
fucked
see
right
here.
now.
Garrick asking best 90s Jean-Claude Van Damme movie.
90s?
That's a lot. I'm gonna. Oh, man. Hard Target or
I have to go
Universal
with
Soldier.
Lionheart. I have to go Lionheart.
I think is Lionheart. I think Lionheart's 80s. I think
1990,
Lionheart's.
I believe.
Is it?
I think it's 1990, but I could be wrong. Could be 89.
Lionheart in 1990. 1990. Yeah, you're right on that one.
I gotta go with that. Or I also really like Universal Soldier. Time Cop was great. The best thing I've seen him in recently, believe it or not, was Expendables 2. He played a great villain.
He was great.
He was a
that
great
fight scene at
villain.
the end of the. I guess the idea there is that the fight scene at the end of the movie was actually his idea, because the original concept for the finale was he was going to get away in a helicopter and like Barney Stallone was going to like jump off of a thing and like land on it and then do whatever that way. And then Van Damme's like, well, why don't we just fight or something like that? Like, give the audience what they want.
And when he's screaming, hitting his chest, come on, I want my money's worth. I'm like, dude, that's peak Van Damme. That's no retreat, no surrender Van Damme.
Yeah.
That's evil. He was a great villain. He really was a great villain in that. Sudden Death, I forgot about that one. That's the hockey one, right? The Pittsburgh Penguins.
Oh yeah, it's Die Hard. Die Hard in the stadium. Yeah, Die Hard is great. Or that's
a good one too.
Sudden Impact is good. Sorry,
See,
Sudden
that's
Death.
too hard of a question, bro. Like, how the fuck we gonna?
Fine, okay, fine. Let's go with a real hard one here. Knock Off.
I thought it was okay with Rob Schneider. It wasn't bad. It was all right. It was fun. I mean, it was one of his
counterfeit
worst
jeans.
Yeah, that one. And I didn't like the one where he was in the desert either.
Oh, the Legionnaire.
No, that one was okay. The one where the girl from fucking, she got the sister. Oh my God. I'm too high. Okay. The girl from True Romance and Medium, her sister, Rosanna Arquette. I think it was Rosanna Arquette. And he's in the desert on a motorcycle at some diner. And these thugs roll. And that, I didn't really like that one. I can't remember what the fuck that one was called.
Oh no. What about Double Team?
Double Team's really fun. I mean, I
know
know
it's not Double. Double Impact. No, it's Double
Impact's better.
No, Double Team was with Rodman, right?
With Rodman. That's what I mean.
Yeah.
The tiger and shit. The tiger. It's so over the top, bro.
But then it's like, because you had also Kickboxer was 89. That was a good one.
Yeah. Well, the first two, man, were the ones where you went, holy shit. I mean, No Retreat, No Surrender was technically his first one, but when you watch Bloodsport, and then I mean that's a serious launch pad for action, because not only did he go in there and talk mad shit about, Seagal and be like, this motherfucker's never see this guy's full of shit. Van Damme was the first motherfucker to say that. But he did Bloodsport and then Kickboxer back to back. That's a pretty good launching point.
Yeah.
You know what I mean?
Well, so here, I mean, for one, like Bloodsport is one of my all-time favorite movies.
It's
I know
everybody.
this. I know the story is shit. Like it's not true, but I don't care, man. It's
when
so
you're a
good.
kid, you don't give a fuck. You're like Frank Toots,
That was
man. Who was this guy?
That was the first R-rated movie I ever saw. Was Bloodsport. My mom went on a date, and her friend and her friend's boyfriend came over to babysit me, and they we had a VCR, because we had just got a VCR, and they came over and they brought Bloodsport, and I watched that as my first R-rated movie, and I loved it. Because you had Kickboxer, then Lionheart, Death Warrant, Double Impact, Universal Soldier.
Death Warrant too. Yeah, that's the one where he goes undercover in the prison.
Yeah, that was a good one. Double Impact was good because he played the two characters, and then of course he did Nowhere to Run.
That's the one. Nowhere to Run. That's the one. Yep.
Yeah, and then of course Hard Target, Time Cop, Street Fighter.
Fuck, I forgot about Hard Target. That
dude,
mullet.
that was wasn't that John Woo's first American
that first
action
fight,
movie?
I think so. And it's got Yancey Butler, the girl from Drop Zone. Oh God, it's that first
but Lance Henriksen in it was fucking awesome.
Oh
too.
my God, Hunting People for Sports, dude. That's probably my favorite one in the 90s.
Wait, Yancey Butler,
fucking
spring
up, baby.
What, fucking Witchblade?
Yeah. Drop
Wow.
Zone. Yeah, she was the girl that wanted to pay him to help her find her dad. Yep.
Oh right.
Yeah, Hard Target might be the one that I'm like, ooh, and he had that sexy fucking mullet, and he spoke Creole for real. He did his French thing for real. And he let his accent really out in that one. And there was some really good fights in it. And Lance Henriksen was like fucking dope as shit. He's dope at everything.
No, Hard Target was good. Well, it's kind of funny because it's basically just what is it? The Most Dangerous Game. A Take on the Most Dangerous
That's
Game?
exactly what it is. It's the most
Now,
dangerous.
did you ever
game.
see? Did you ever see?
The one with Ice-T?
Yes.
Yeah.
What was
I
that
just
one called?
watched that like a year ago. It was called
Surviving the Game. Surviving
the Game, man.
with Rucker fucking Howard. Do you like just
and the dude that played Dr. Cox? That guy from fucking Scrubs, who I love, and then it had
it's
F. Murray Abraham.
Yeah, if those of you who don't know the cast of this movie, Rucker Hauer, Ice-T, Charles S. Dutton, Gary Busey, F. Murray Abraham.
Busey was a lunatic.
Yeah, John C. McGinley. You had Jeff Corey. Wasn't what was it? It was the doctors. Wolf Senior. Who was Wolf? William McNamara was Wolf Jr. I always thought that was like somebody else, but
no, that's the kid from Dream a Little Dream. He played Joe, Crazy Joe.
Right. Okay,
yeah.
that's and that's a good movie too. Who directed that thing? Who directed that?
Dream a Little Dream.
That was
I don't know.
No,
no.
That was. I'm talking about Surviving the Game. It was a guy named
Miracle. You're right. I just got that. I just was a lunatic. Yeah, Gary's a lunatic again.
He's very much a lunatic. Yeah. But you know what? It's all good, man. It's all good.
Wait, who directed it? I never heard of.
No, it was a guy named Ernest R. Dickerson.
I never heard of him, but he did all right. Pretty good movie.
He's done a lot of TV. He's done a lot of what he's done in the recent years have been TV. Let me see here. Okay, so he directed Juice, that Tupac movie from 1992.
Yeah, that was
and then he did Surviving the Game in 1994. He directed Tales from the Crypt, Demon Knight. Fuck yeah.
Oh, that's a great one, dude.
He directed Bulletproof. Adam Sandler, Damon Wayans.
Oh no, that one's correct. Oh yeah, that's that old school shit when he's whipping his ass in the pool.
Yeah, no, but that was the first Adam Sandler R-rated movie.
Yeah,
that was a big deal.
Keith is his friend's name. Stop hitting my girlfriend, Keith. Your bitch is trying to kill me. Remember the girl was trying to tell him.
And then the only other movie I think he did really was that Snoop Dogg movie Bones back in 2001.
I never saw it, but I heard it was okay for an independent film. I heard it was okay, and I think it was an indie film.
I don't remember. I know of it. I never saw it. He's done mostly TV. I don't. But he did a movie called Double Play, and But Surviving the Game was like really fucking good.
Dude, it was good. That book when I was a kid, I was obsessed with it. That's one of the reasons I thought, like, I never gave a shit about. I told everybody why I bought my PlayStation 5. I just want to play Call of Duty, but it came with the Spider-Man bundle, and I played the Spider-Man game, couldn't put it down, didn't give a fuck about Call of Duty, and I fell in love with the Kraven character. Like, I never gave a shit about Kraven the Hunter. And I'm like, wow, this dude is like the most dangerous game. That's who Kraven is. And then I'm thinking, I like Aaron Taylor. I'm gonna watch this movie. I'm even gonna go pay to see it at the theater. Wah wah.
See, I haven't watched it, but I heard it was actually okay.
I didn't hate it. It's great action scenes, but it's just like, wow, you could have done so much more with this character. You could have done so much more.
Yeah.
Same old fucking mafia trope, Russian mafia shit. I was like, man. But I fell in love with the character of Kraven because of how obsessed I was with the most dangerous game, because we had to read it in school, you know. And
we read that. Well, remember the movie The Pest?
Yeah.
I mean, that's basically the same thing, but I can't show you guys that because, like, I'm probably gonna get fucking blocked for showing that Exit to Eden trailer. All right, hold on. Moving on though, a couple things here. Garrick asking best Alex Proyas movie, The Crow or Dark City. I'm gonna one up you with Knowing. The Nick Cage one from 07.
That's a great movie, but come on, man. The Crow is a fucking masterpiece.
But I think The Crow is good, but and it's infamous in many ways, and in a good way. Well, not a good way, but you know what I mean.
I know what you mean. Yeah.
But Dark City was, I mean, like at the time when Dark City came out, that was 99. That was like Matrix Existence.
Well, they
was
said Dark City was literally the Matrix before the Matrix. You know, that like a lot of people make comparisons with that.
Well, you've also have like the movie Existence by Cronenberg, where like they go into a video game.
Crazy.
That's a good one. And then Jude Law in that one as well. Then you had Equilibrium with Christian Bale.
I mean, he got Batman because of Equilibrium. And
I've actually never seen Equilibrium.
It's I don't know how to explain it other than it's a dystopian future where you're not allowed to feel. You're not allowed to have feelings. So they get rid of all the art, all the music, all everything. And you have to take this drug called Prosium. And he stops taking it and starts feeling. and he turns into like just the baddest motherfucking. They're called grammaton clerics, and he just turns into a fucking killing machine, dude. Like it's ridiculous action, and it's so fucking good. And it is the reason he got Batman. He got Batman because of Equilibrium. That's how Bale got the Batman role. Nolan saw that shit and went, "Yeah, get hold of that guy."
Nice. Let's see, because it's not streaming anywhere right now, by the way.
No,
no, it's not true. It's free on Pluto TV.
There you go. I was gonna say that might be one you have to get on the Black Pearl. I don't know, but it's fucking. That's a great movie, dude. And it's got Taye Diggs in it, and it's
Sean Bean's in it.
Talk about subverting expectations, man.
Oh wow, the voice of oh God, what's his fucking name? I might be wrong. Hold on a second. Yeah, damn it, I was right. I thought it was the guy who voiced the main character in Red Dead 2. But
I don't know about voice actor.
No, it's a Scottish actor. Red Dead 2. Let's see here. Who's the voice of the guy?
And talk about subverting expectations. This is one of those movies where it really does subvert expectations. You expect like certain things that don't happen. You're like, oh wow, this final boss fight is going to be so fucking rad. And he like murks that dude in 3 seconds.
Yeah.
It's so fucking good, dude. Yeah, Christian Bale killed it in that one. And it's really sci-fi. It's like a, you know how they say they have elevated horror? I believe there's such thing as elevated sci-fi. Like I really do.
That's an interesting take.
Some things can be too sci-fi for me. You know what I mean? Like what's the one where Creator. Little too sci-fi for me.
How the fuck is that? That's so easy.
I don't know. And then there's another one, not the one where Matt Damon puts on the mech suit, but there's a couple that are just like
not Elysium.
Yeah, not like, but there's some where I'm just like, that's a little too sci-fi for me, man. You know,
but
what was the one with Spider-Man's girlfriend, you know, Toby's Spider-Man, where the two planets were almost touching each other. She was in love with the guy on the other planet. Little too sci-fi for me, bro.
Was that Kirsten Dunst?
It was Kirsten, I believe, and there was two planets that were literally.
I don't think it's Kirsten Dunst. I think you're thinking of Britt Marling.
Maybe there's just some that are Dune. Thank you, Dune. I love Dune, but I'm glad that Denny like dumbed it down a little bit, because when you try to watch like the fucking read the book or watch the made for TV shit, it just gets a little too sci-fi for me. I believe in elevated sci-fi, like elevated horror, and some of them are just like, and Equilibrium's at the perfect amount of sci-fi, but still elevated. You know, that's the best way I can put it.
Yeah.
You know, I'm not a fucking pro at this shit like you, Maddie. I don't have a blog. Do you have a blog? I don't even know if you have a blog.
Yeah, I launched the Substack the other day.
That's awesome. Okay, that's cool.
So, you know,
Upside Down. Yeah, that's what it's called.
Upside. Was she in that one?
Yeah, I tried to watch it. It was just a little bit. Wow, that was a big hit.
Oh, okay. 2012, Upside Down. She played Eden. Oh, okay. Oh, right. It was her and Jim Sturgis when they were trying to push Jim Sturgis as a star.
I just remember thinking this is a little too fucking out there for me, man. You know, this one's just a little bit like, I don't know, man.
No, you definitely get, you know, I mean, but then again, like, you know, swinging a swing, you want the swings. You know what I mean? You want, like, even with Amelia Perez, as much as I didn't care for.
No, take that swing. Yeah,
take the swing. Like, I can respect that. Okay, here. H. Bart says, I forgot Isa Gonzalez was in Godzilla versus Kong, but not dressed like she was in Ministry of Ungentlemanly Warfare. So obviously, he won't be
right. That was a fun one. That was definitely a fun movie, and it didn't get the love it deserved, man. And you would think everybody's all up in arms. Where's all you fucking Snyder bros, man? Huh? Where's all you Cavill fucking Sims? He's great fucking man. You didn't go see his movie, did you? No, you didn't fucking go. So I don't want to hear your shit when you cry that he's not getting better roles, man. Because that was a good movie. He did great in it, and nobody went and fucking saw it.
I mean, I didn't see it till it hit home video, but I like it.
And it was a Guy Ritchie movie, if I'm not mistaken.
It was a Guy Ritchie movie.
Wow,
yeah. It has a stacked cast too. And then H Bart's asking, Chris, are you a Lily Rose fan?
Yeah, I am. I'm really waiting for that second season, man. You know, if we're talking about
Of
the
what?
same girl, no, that's Ella Purnell. Who the
Yeah.
fuck is Lily Rose?
Lily Rose Depp, Nosferatu. When you see Nosferatu,
I haven't seen, but I've seen Lily Rose in a movie before. She was in something.
She was in a movie called Yoga Hosers.
It was Yoga Hosers, but she was good in it. Yeah. Bad
And-
movie, good cast.
And then Garrick here asking, best 2000s Adam Sandler movie.
None.
No, I'm gonna say That's My Boy. That's the one I'm gonna say. I think That's My Boy is underrated as fuck.
What year did
2000? I think that was like 2009. That's the one with Adam with
what
with
year did
Andy
Punch
Samberg.
Drunk Love come out?
2004.
Okay, that's his best movie.
No, that's like, but that's come on, man. That's not what he's asking.
Yeah, you want funny.
2002.
Bullshit,
Sorry,
right?
2002.
Okay, Spanglish.
Okay, Spanglish is good. That's 2006.
Spanglish is a good one.
That one's, I think,
Click.
2006.
I enjoyed Click a lot. I think Click's very underrated.
That was also, yeah. For I mean, like, those are pretty decent. The Adam Sandler, I mean, like, I like him. I like him a lot. I really enjoyed Hubie Halloween. I thought that was so stupid. It was funny.
I liked I didn't really watch a lot of the Golden Globes, but I thought that, what's her name?
Oh, 50 First Dates was good.
Yeah, that is a good one. Who hosted it? The comedian. Nikki Glaser. I thought she was funny, and when she spotted Adam Sandler in the crowd, and she said, could you come on, just give me one. How would you do? And he did it. He did it for her. It was funny shit, dude. It made me laugh. That weird voice he does.
Oh yeah. Oh, he was also in Little Nicky in 2000. That was pretty good.
A lot of people like that movie, and I just did not enjoy that movie.
Papa's chicken is the shiznit. The Longest Yard was a good.
Oh
remake.
yeah, okay. That would
be 2005. That would probably be like his best.
Yeah, that would
mixture of you got a really good story and you've got a really good supporting cast like Chris Rock and
it's a really good remake.
It's a really good remake. Then
you got Bert. Bert was
I'm gonna go and I'm gonna actually change mine because I as much as I loved I might have been wrong for That's My Boy was 2012, but anyway, You Don't Mess with the Zohan I think is his funniest goddamn movie.
Why does everybody like that movie, dude?
Because it's so fucking funny.
I don't know. I tried. I couldn't. I'm just like hairdresser who's an assassin. Like, what am I?
No, it's like he wants to be a hairdresser, but he was like he's a Mossad agent.
Oh yes, yeah.
So he goes to New York. He fakes his death and he goes to New York to become a hairdresser and ends up like basically solving the Israeli-Palestinian conflict.
There's like 4 movies everyone tells me to fucking watch. The Zohan's one of them. Both those Ben Stiller movies where he's a model.
Zoolander, don't watch Zoolander 2. I would say
one about ice skating, Blades of Chaos,
Blades of Glory.
Is it good?
Yes.
Okay, because everyone tells me to watch those.
You
movies,
know the song, like you know the song,
the
The Stroke, right, by Billy Squire. That dude, Will Ferrell does an entire choreographed skate performance to that song.
Oh, you guys keep telling me to watch stuff, and I keep telling you guys to get fucked, and then I go watch it, and it's good.
No, Blades of Glory.
Shit, you guys were like, "No, Chris, you need something lighthearted. You should definitely watch Iron Giant." Okay, you were wrong about Iron Giant. You should definitely watch The Fox and the Hound. Fuck you guys, man.
No, dude, Blades of Glory is fucking amazing. It's fucking amazing. It's so dumb. It's so amazing. You got Jenna Fisher from The Office is in it. Who else is in it? You've got Amy Poehler, Will Arnett. I think that's where they met.
I'll watch it just for those two.
William Fichtner, Nick Swartzen, Craig T. Nelson. You've got
Coach is in it. No shit.
Coach is in it. Rob Corddry, Andy Richter, Luke Wilson.
Yeah. All right, maybe.
Trying to see who else is, because it's a ton of people pop up in it. Nancy Kerrigan pops up in the movie.
Wow, the real Nancy, huh?
The real Nancy Kerrigan. They didn't get Tanya Harding.
Did you watch the movie? What's her name? Fucking Harley Quinn.
I, Tanya?
Yeah. Did you like it?
No, dude, I grew up in Portland. Tanya Harding's from Portland. So like when that shit happened in like 93, I think, I was in 6th grade when that happened. And so it was like a whole thing all over Oregon. It was an all over Oregon type thing, all over Portland. So like I never watched the movie because I kind of lived through the media circus of it.
Yes, so yeah, there's no sense in watching the movie. But what's her name did pretty good.
Margot Robbie.
Margot Robbie, yeah.
Yeah. No. It's I want to see it, but it's also like I just grew up with it, so it's kind of like whatever for me. A couple of quick supers here as well, because H. Bart says, Chris, Jarbo keeps calling me a horn dog. I'm a man of culture.
Why are you saying he is a man of culture? And I'll tell you he's also a very good dude. You know that
he's a man. He's a man of culture. He's a man of culture.
You know that dude. No matter what, he checks up on me at least once or twice a month. Chris, you all right? Everything okay?
No, H. Bart is a solid dude.
Yeah, he's a solid dude, man.
You know,
but he does need to get laid. So get laid. H. Bart.
Yeah. Find out whatever movie. I told him to grow a pencil stash. Because he's got a little bit of that Gomez look from fucking Wednesday.
Not grow a pencil stash.
Grow a pencil stash.
Man.
No, wear
right away. No.
grow. Look, no. Here's what you do, man. You fucking rock a Gomez Adams suit. Maybe mixed it with a little bit of Beetlejuice. You grow the pencil stash. You comb the comb over. You know, you make it work. You make it a wave. You go in there with style. Have a cane. Maybe a transatlantic accent that doesn't exist really.
What the fuck is a transatlantic accent?
It is where it's like the old movies.
Oh, like aristocratic?
Like
that kind of?
Yeah, it's all like the transatlantic is a lot of it's like it doesn't exist actually. It's
okay, I'm in. Never mind. I changed my mind. Listen, you need to listen to Maddie. He knows what he's talking about. Go ahead and pull this off. I want to see what happens when you show up dressed like you just got out of a time machine in a zoot suit with a pencil and mustache and a comb over with an aristocratic. What is it? Transatlantic. Go for it, H. Bart.
Here we go. This
baby, you got this.
I'll show you this one here. This is a woman I like. Her name is Tawny Platis. She's actually from San Diego. I don't know her, but I just know she's from San Diego. But I like her quite a bit. She talks about the 5 classic Hollywood accents.
I'm voice actor, and these are 5 classic Hollywood accents. I'll go first. People use the phrase transatlantic accent to describe anything that sounds like it could have been in a movie between 1930 and 1960.
Wow,
but what most people think of is this accent that combines American English and British received pronunciation, like Katharine Hepburn. And then you have what Judy Garland did, which is very earnest sounding and would indicate to the audience that this character is wide-eyed, innocent, and young. This one is less posh than the previous examples, but folks will still call it the transatlantic accent just because you usually only hear it in old movies. Then there's a fast-talking reporter who knows what to say, when to say it, and how to say it. She can also sling a mean insult and 2 shakes of a lamb's tail and will call you a double-crossing snake in the grass if you so much as even look at her sideways. So while you will hear variations of definitions, it's always about very round tones.
And as for this voice, well, this is just what they had ditzy girls talk like, which we associate today with characters like Harley Quinn. Because they think she's dumb or something. And sometimes people will mention,
I'm a full-time voice actor, and these...
So yeah.
She's incredible, dude. Like she's amazing.
She actually was in her parents were in a cult. When she talks about it on her channel a little bit.
Where'd the chat go? Did that not take a crazy fucking left turn out of nowhere?
So
he went left as fuck with that one.
No, yeah, she's I from what I have watched, she seems like a pretty cool person.
You know, I like those voices. She's really good, and I've been starting like trying to educate myself more on this voice acting stuff because I didn't realize that first of all, it's a big part of the industry, and it's not easy like you think it would be. It's very hard, you know. She's really good.
It's a lot of what? Tawny Tawny Platis.
Yeah, I'm in. Yeah, I'm in. I'm already subbing to her. Like, yeah.
All right, there you go.
Let her know she got. How many subs does she have on her? Probably like 8 million or some shit.
She definitely had. I don't know. She's got a bit though. She does a lot of this. She does a lot of the what's it called? The shorts.
Well, she's very good. So
there you go. Yeah, no, she's I like the people who do like the voices,
How the fuck did you know her parents were in a cult?
Because she says she has a video about it.
Okay, I'm just like, man, dude, that's like just out of nowhere.
No, she's got a video.
She was drinking Kool-Aid in Jonestown, motherfucker.
Yeah. that's how we roll, bitch. That's what we do. Apparently, yeah, I watch a lot of dumb shit on YouTube apparently. Anyway, H Bart's here for another 5. Thank you, buddy. Says, I'm trusting you, Jarbo, on Man from Uncle. You've never wronged me yet. It started with Avatar. And it's so long ago, like 2 years. So, was it 2 years ago? Yeah, it was 2 years ago. So H Bart's was like, I've never wronged him or his parents on a movie. Apparently, like if I recommend something, they will his parents will be like, let's watch something, and H Bart's will be like, oh, Matt recommended this, and they'll be like, okay,
Let's watch it, yeah.
And they know, and they it was because I kept talking up Avatar. If you remember, leading up to the release of Avatar 2.
Yeah, a lot of people are like, this thing could be
I was like, yeah, fucking 500 million worldwide. I'm like, fuck you, it's going to come close to $3 billion.
It did make another $2 billion, yes?
2.5, somewhere in there. Yeah, it made a lot of money. And that put James Cameron as the top 1, 3, and 5th highest grossing films of all time.
Insane to me. That's insane to me. He's got Titanic. He's got...
And now Disney owns all of them.
2 Avatars. The second one was a big one too. It was $1 billion, right? Avatar 2 made
Avatar 1 made 2.9.
Right.
And for a short period of time, Avengers Endgame overtook it. And then China re-released Avatar, and people in China love Avatar, and it put it back over the top. And then Avatar 2 came up underneath that. Yeah. So they've done quite well.
But what was the other one? Let me guess. Don't tell me. Okay, we got Titanic, we got Avatar. What am I forgetting? Hold on.
It's for the top 5, Avatar 2.
Okay, he's got another one in the top 10.
Well, I'm talking the top 5. He's got 3.
God, this dude has never had failure. What's going to happen the first time he does?
I don't think it's ever going to happen.
I don't either. I got to be honest. He's a complete detail freak. Yeah, I'm telling you, man. But I would never bet against Cameron. I just won't. Won't.
It's as I keep saying. Anyway, H Bart's really enjoyed it. Stanley enjoyed it.
Moon, what are you talking about? No one saw the second one. It almost made $2 billion. What are you talking about?
No, it made $2.5 billion.
Okay, yeah. See, so I don't know. The Abyss was very good. Everything Cameron's done has been crazy. I do remember the Abyss underperforming, but it wasn't
sorry, 2.32 billion.
That's fucking crazy. Like that studio already, he made him over $5 billion.
Yeah, that movie made $531 million in profit, apparently. Avatar 2. Never mind the home video sales, because they didn't release Avatar, the first one, in 4K until they came out with number 2. So
no one
Spherical Man here's been avoiding it forever. We're gonna hold him down and make him watch it.
Well, here's the thing. It's too bad you didn't get to see it in theaters, because this was at a new time when 3D was becoming a big thing. He was using new tech, and the movie was more of an experience than an actual movie. It was more like a Disney ride. Like, it was crazy. It was that good. I mean, the story's been troped the fuck out, but I think it's cool as shit still. That last battle, that third act, come on, man.
Yeah. It's good shit. It's all good shit.
Dare you, Spherical?
Spherical likes to troll. I guarantee you he's an Avatar fan.
I bet he's watched this. He's got Natiri, a 6-foot version of Natiri.
Yeah, with her nips all out there and everything else. Yeah, that's
now. And let's talk about that for a second. Zoe, has she not become like the queen of action in sci-fi movies? She has literally stepped into Mila Jovovich's place and become the queen of sci-fi. She's Lieutenant Uhura. She's Natiri. She's fucking Gamora. Like, dude, she's Colombiana, which is based on comic book. She was in Losers, which is based on a comic book. This girl is she's literally the sci-fi queen right now.
Yeah. Well, I mean, definitely there's that. I mean, not only because she was Gamora, Natiri, Uhura. She's done a lot, but then at this point, I think her movies, if you just look up the movies that she's been in, they currently, like, she's like maybe the highest grossing.
Yeah, and they're going to get bigger now. And you know why? I hate to say it. They're going to get bigger because this might actually be her year. I feel bad for me, but this might actually be her year because man to woman, woman to man, penis to vagina. Like, what the fuck? How the fuck did she get? I don't get it, dude.
You've seen it, right? You've watched.
I watched it. It took me 2 days to get through it, but I saw it.
That fucking scene, man. I had a passenger the other night. We're talking about it, and I had that fucking 15-second clip I had saved to my phone. And I was like, oh, here, check this out. And I showed it to her. She's like, what the fuck?
I didn't get it. I mean, I didn't hate it, man. I didn't hate that movie. But it took me, I had to go back and start it over. I got halfway through it, couldn't finish it that day, came back the next day, went all the way through it. And the bad part of me just kept going, it's so horrible, man. But as I'm watching the movie, I'm like, please kill this bitch.
Yeah.
Spoilers, guys. I'm sorry. I didn't mean to spoil it for the people that can't wait to see this cutting edge film, but it is different. I'll give it that. But I was just like, you were a horrible, horrible person. Become a woman to want to erase that. You can't. There is no redemption arc for the things you've done to people to get where you're at.
Yeah. Well, because there's like that line of the movie about her saying like, this is the first time I ever loved myself, which is like, okay, I understand like you're on that pathway. But it's
no, I got that. I understood that. I get it.
And like, I like the philanthropy, but it's also like, notice how they said like, yeah, no one's being brought to justice in the thing. She says that. She says no one's being brought to justice, but then they complain about the police not doing investigations while they're literally getting the murderers to say where the bodies are buried, and then complaining about the cops not doing anything.
Yeah, it's just not. It's not,
so weird. It's so tonally, But then, hey, listen, it spoke
to people like Perp.
To Perp and
definitely the Academy, and the 13 nominations going to get one off the record. What was the record?
14, it's up there.
14 is the record, but what was it?
I don't know. I don't know.
Was it Titanic?
Titanic won 11, I think. I know Return of the King got like 13 nominations.
Yeah, one of them there's one movie out there that got 14 nominations, and I can't remember what it was.
Crash.
It wasn't Crash.
It was Moonlight. It was La La Land. It was La. Apparently, David here says it was La La Land.
I don't think it was La La Land. It could have.
No, La La Land got a lot, but that's the one that had that fuck up at the end where they read the wrong thing.
Yeah. They gave it to the wrong. I'm sorry, I was wrong. I shouldn't do that. Well, who was it? It was what's his face? It was
It was Moonlight that ended up not Moonfall. No, that won the best Razzies.
It was Moonlight, and who did it though? The Family Feud guy, that fucking dude.
Steve Harvey.
Steve Harvey. He made the mistake. Yeah. I wish I could remember what had 14 nominations, but there is one movie out there that had 14 nominations. I can't remember what it was. Return of the King or Titanic or one of them.
Had a lot. Yeah, had a lot. So, okay. So as we're let's migrate into something a little bit. I wanted to just kind of touch on. Obviously, we've got the situation coming out of DC tonight. I'm sure you've heard of that.
Which one? I'm going to stop taxes. I'm going to make it 30.
Buddy.
Go to a concentration camp. What?
Here we go.
This is a CBS News special report. I'm Chris Welch in New York. We are coming on the air with breaking news out of Washington, D.C., where a commercial airliner has collided with a helicopter in midair while on approach to Reagan National Airport. The plane then crashed into the Potomac River. It was an American Airlines flight that departed from Wichita, Kansas. And we have the following statement from the FAA. They tell us a PSA Airlines regional jet collided in midair with a Sikorsky H-60 helicopter while on approach to runway 33 at Reagan Washington National Airport around 9 p.m. local time. PSA was operating flight 5342 for American Airlines. It departed from Wichita, Kansas. The FAA and NTSB will be investigating. The NTSB will lead the investigation. We will provide updates as information comes in. We can tell you the Sikorsky H-60 is a family of military helicopters built by Sikorsky Aircraft, also known more commonly as the Black Hawk. We now have our own CBS's Chris Van Cleve, our senior transportation correspondent, on the phone. Chris, what can you tell us?
Well, we understand there is an active rescue operation underway to try to get whoever may be in the water out of the Potomac River after what appears to be a collision between the CRJ 700. It would have been operating as an American Airlines flight, would have been painted as American Eagle. It's operated by PSA, which is an airline owned by American Airlines, and a military Black Hawk helicopter. This area is not far from Bolling Air Force Base. It's right across the river from Washington Reagan. It appears that as this plane was coming into land, not far from the airport at all, on final approach, it somehow collided with a helicopter. DC Fire, DC Police are on scene. Coast Guard is on scene. You have a lot of resources rushing there to see who they can help to get them out of the water. It is about 37 degrees outside in Washington. You're coming out of a very cold stretch there. That is very cold water. Time is of the essence. Chris, we're talking about a commercial airline crash. This is something that we've not talked about in the United States.
Okay, so obviously we get the idea there.
This is why I don't fly. This is why I don't fucking fly, bro.
So this is the live cam of
oh my god,
impact.
they got footage.
Yeah, Earth cam. So
wow.
So there we go. This is the plane right there in the center. See the helicopter coming up on it, and
oh, dude, there's no survivors, bro. Come on, man. Look.
Do we know if there's any survivors? Because I don't know about that.
And then they hit that frigid water. God, I hope there's survivors, man. I hope there was no kids on that fucking plane. That made my heart kind of heavy. Yeah, that's some fucked up shit, dude. Jesus. Oh, wow. Somebody fucked up. Somebody fucked up big 64 dad. I was spherical. I was thinking it. I didn't want to say it. I was thinking it. I just didn't want to say it. Like, was there anybody? Were there any Epsteins on that plane that maybe people were saying some shit they don't want?
So they said at least. Well, I mean, I don't know what the current
any whistleblowers. You know what I'm saying on that plane? Like,
let's see here. Okay. Among the passengers were figure skating athletes, coaches, and family members who had been at a development camp in Wichita, Kansas.
That's a bummer.
So, I can't really, I mean, I've seen one thing that said, well, according to like 46 minutes ago, officials have not yet said how many casualties there were. But one thing I just saw said they pulled 18 bodies.
19
have 18 bodies have been recovered as of 11:30 p.m. Eastern Standard. A police officer at the scene told CBS News. So
we don't see any survivors. First of all, the impact caused a fireball the size of one of those skyscrapers, and then it fell down into the water. You know, impact. If the impact don't kill you, the fire is going to kill you. If the fire don't kill you, that cold water, you're going to drown. That's so sad, man. I hope there's no kids on that fucking. But dude, athletes, figure skating athletes, or hockey athletes, those are young people too.
Yeah, no, it's terrible.
That's fucked up. Why you you're harshing my vibe, bro? Why you gotta bring me the bum out shit? I thought it was gonna be some like, hey, look what Trump did now. That was so silly.
Yeah, no, command unit here says the helicopter had some VIPs on it, priority flight. I heard that's not the crew. I heard it was just a crew. At first I heard something about VIPs and I saw that debunked.
Somebody fucked up. That's what it was. What do you call those people that flight traffic, FTA? What are they called? Those people.
Yeah. Well, there was something. Let's see here. Okay. U.S. Army Black Hawk collided with American Airlines. The chopper had 3 military personnel. Was not carrying any VIPs. A defense official told CNN. So. No, it did not have VIPs, but that was something that people were talking about for a while. And this is what I was saying earlier on. It's like very difficult these days, very difficult to know what the fuck is real. You know what I mean? To like really know what the fuck is real.
Exactly.
You just don't know. Let me go and get a drink of water real quick, and then we can continue on. There's one more thing I want to get into. That will lighten the mood a little bit. Okay, we'll lighten the mood a little bit. So just give me a hot second.
That was a bummer, but
yeah, I know. But it's okay. This is like the end of the second act. All is lost. Lull before we get into the other shit.
All right, I'll give you that.
Well, yeah. Hold on. If anyone's got anything funny, real quick from the
that
RFK
was
thing.
Funny. Oh, it was funny.
I haven't seen that clip.
When
so
Elizabeth Warren went off, she's hitting the desk and shit.
Yes. Okay. Somebody sent me that. We'll watch that laugh first. Okay.
You can't understand a fucking word. RFK. Motherfucker sounds like
it's
Chewbacca.
all brainworms,
dude. It is the brainworms. Oh, the bear meat. I made myself laugh. made myself laugh. It's the bear meat, guys. RFK and his bear meat. Oh my god, that was crazy. That I thought he was gonna show me some Trump shit. Be like, look what Trump said. It's so dumb. And then it's like just playing with like 64 people on it, getting fucking murked by a Black Hawk on accident. That's kind of a bummer, man. Chris versus RFK Jr. I don't really know much about RFK Jr. I remember the bear story Matt showed us, and I know he's like really anti putting all these chemicals in our food and shit, but I honestly can't understand a word he says half the time. My foot's better. I'm off the machine now, and it healed to the point that I don't even have to get the skin graft. I may not have to get the final surgery. I'm walking on it. I can wear shoes. Yeah, my surgeon was a rock star, man. I had good doctors. I'm lucky. First they saved my life, then they saved my leg, then they saved my foot. So I'm doing everything the doctors tell me. Fucking insulin, you bet. Metformin, you bet. No sugar, most of the time. Every once in a while, I can't help it. I have a little sugar, but yeah, it's better. I mean, I won't be hitting any of my jump shots anytime soon, but I'll be all right. I mean, they made me jump on it a couple times to see if I could, hold the weight. I still can. That one tendon where the ankle meets the top of your foot, there's a tendon right there, a big one, big motherfucker, like a 2-inch motherfucker. That one still hurts if I carry too much weight or if I turn it the wrong way, but it's almost healed too. So, I mean, I thought about putting pictures up, but then I was like, man, don't nobody want to see that shit, man. I ain't putting that up. No, I'm good.
For a person who hates fucking zombie movies, you're like, hey man, look at my leg. It looks like a fucking zombie movie.
And I wasn't thinking. I'm like, wait a minute. Maybe people don't want to fucking see that, Chris. What are you doing, man? Like if somebody sent me that, I'd be like, what the fuck did you?
He did. He just like randomly sent me the image. I'm like, God damn.
Yeah, and no warning, no. Didn't let you put your toe in the water to check the temperature. I did that to everybody too, and I wasn't thinking. I'm like, what the fuck am I doing? Some people might not want to.
You should have made it a group chat and then just traumatized everybody at once.
Everybody at the same time, because it literally looked like somebody put a pickaxe through the top of my foot. There are tendons out, muscle, bone. But yeah, it's all healed now, man. I mean, it's not gonna be pretty. There's a scar there, but yeah,
now, are you back at work or are you done working? Or
no, I'm not gonna walk right anytime this year. I can jump on it and stuff, but I still can't pick up heavy weight. If I turn a certain way, that tendon can snap. So I'm being careful. But it's no skin graft. It healed so well. I don't even need the skin graft, man. And I'm literally doing what I'm supposed to do, man. Like I really am. So you should do it too, Maddie. Like, are you insulin dependent?
No, I'm on metformin.
Okay.
Well, I'm on metformin, and then they put me on Januvia, and Januvia was giving me a stomach ache at first, so I stopped taking it. But then they're kind of on me about it. I'm like, all right.
Well, that's like the new thing. That's supposed to be the one that's like maybe gonna erase all this other shit.
Well, I mean, like fucking Ozempic is like my doctor's like, well, we don't want to talk about Ozempic, and I'm like, I don't want to go on Ozempic. But now if you had a pill that would turn off the chatter to eat, I'd be okay with that. So anyway, H Barts here says. I was talking to my Korean coworker yesterday, and she was telling me 2 of the best days in history are September 6th and 9th. And I was like, damn, that's cold. I don't know what happened on those days.
What on the 9th?
What happened on September 6th? Was that Tiananmen Square?
Oh, it might have been Tiananmen Square.
No, but she's Korean. I don't know. Is that at the end of the war?
What did happen on September 9th?
Do you remember? The 21st day? No, that's September. No,
I remember the 11th. No,
wake me up when September ends. I don't know. I don't know what the fuck he's talking about. I missed something then apparently.
Cause you're eyed.
That's weird.
The 69.
Yeah, but what about every month has a 6 and a 9 in it? So like, what's going on with?
Yeah, you're right. It does. Who sent that?
That was H Barts.
It's your fucking problem, H Barts. You gonna send us riddles, dude? What the fuck? Wow. Speaking of that, I don't think I took my insulin today. What the fuck's wrong with me?
Okay. Let me see here. This might be. This might be the.
They snap out on each other, man. Like she goes off.
Well, yeah. I'm looking at this clip right here. Get this up on screen. This might be it. It's 58 seconds.
And $2.5 million from a law firm called Wisner Baum. You go online.
No, this ain't it.
To encourage people to.
God, that fucking quality is shit.
Yeah, there's one where she's wearing like more of a powder blue, and
that is from today.
Yeah, this is she snapped out. Yeah, she flipped out. Someone send it to him. You guys are always sending Maddie shit. Someone send it. You guys, no, she snapped out. She went off, dude.
Okay, here we go. Well, Fox has got a video on it. I mean,
of course they do.
Well, it's Fox News. It's Fox News, which is a little different.
Hashtag Matt Jarbo watches Fox News confirmed.
No, but it's just they've got it. So this could be it.
Last 2 years, you've raked in $2.5 million from a law firm called Wisner Baum. You go online, you do commercials to encourage people to sign up with Wisner Baum to join lawsuits against vaccine makers. And for everyone who signs up, you personally get paid. And if they win their case, you get 10% of what they win. So if you bring in somebody who gets $10 million, you walk away with $1 million. Now, you just said that you want the American people to know you can't be bought. Your decisions won't depend on how much money you could make in the future. You won't go to work for a drug company after you leave HHS. But you and I both know there's another way to make money. So, Mr. Kennedy, will you also agree that you won't take any compensation from any lawsuits against drug companies while you are secretary and for 4 years afterwards?
Well, I'll certainly commit to that while I'm secretary. But I do want to clarify something because you're making me sound like a shill.
Because you are a shill.
I put together that case.
All that bear meat.
I did the Science Day presentation to the judge on that case to get it into court.
Mr. Kennedy, it's just a really simple question.
Yeah,
You've taken in $2.5 million. I want to know if you will commit right now that not only will you not go to work for drug companies, you won't go to work suing the drug companies and taking your rake out of that while you're secretary and for 4 years after. It's just.
I'll commit to not taking any fees from drug companies while I'm secretary.
No. I'm asking about fees from suing drug companies. Will you agree not to do that?
You're asking me to not sue drug companies, and I'm not going to agree to that,
drug
Senator.
companies as much as you want.
I'm not going to agree to not sue drug companies or anybody.
So let's do a quick count.
She's literally asking him directly, and he's like really trying to distance
HHS,
it.
If you get confirmed, you could influence every one of those lawsuits. Well, let me start the list. You could publish your anti-vaccine conspiracies, but this time on U.S. government letterhead, something a jury might be impressed by. You could appoint people to the CDC vaccine panel who share your anti-vax views and let them do your dirty work.
I don't understand that.
Vaccine panel to remove
That's
a
a meme.
particular vaccine
I don't
from
understand.
the vaccine schedule. You could remove vaccines from special compensation programs, which would open up manufacturers.
Shit, I gotta take this phone call. I'm gonna bounce out, Maddie. Finish your show. Thanks for having me on.
All right, man.
Finish watching this. You will enjoy it. It's funny. I'll have you on in the background. All right.
All right, man. I'll see you later, buddy. Thank you.
Y'all be good.
Peace out.
You could make more injuries eligible for compensation even if there is no causal evidence. You could change vaccine court processes to make it easier to bring junk lawsuits. You could turn over FDA data to your friends at the law firm, and they could use it however it benefited them. You could change vaccine labeling. You could change vaccine information rules. You could change which claims are compensated in the vaccine injury compensation program. There's a lot of ways that you can influence those future lawsuits and pending lawsuits while you are Secretary of HHS. And I'm asking you to commit right now that you will not take a financial stake in every one of those lawsuits so that what you do as secretary will also benefit you financially down the line?
I'll comply with all the ethical guidelines.
That's not the question. You and I, you have said
You're asking me,
repeatedly,
Senator, you're
efforts-
asking me not to sue vaccine
No,
pharmaceutical
I am
companies.
not. My
Yeah, you
question
are.
is stop
That's exactly what
enriching
you're doing.
health. Look, no one should be fooled here. As
fought that
Secretary
from-
of HHS, Robert Kennedy will have the power to undercut vaccines and vaccine manufacturing across our country. And for all of his talk about follow the science and his promise that he won't interfere with those of us who want to vaccinate his kids, the bottom line is the same. Kennedy can kill off access to vaccines and make millions of dollars while he does it. Kids might die, but Robert Kennedy can keep cashing in.
Senator, I support vaccines. I will
Sure.
I support the childhood schedule. I will do that. The only thing I want is good science, and that's it.
How about then say you won't make money off what you do as Secretary of HHS?
Before we go to Senator...
I mean, she's not wrong on that one, right? Like, don't make money while you're in office. It's not that fucking difficult, you know? But God damn it, folks, you know, it's all about the grift. It's all about trying to figure out how to make that sweet, sweet green. September 6th and September 9th, 1940. Just fucking tell me. I'm in like the middle of doing something. You're like, Googled it. God, fucking Jesus Christ. I found this. What happened on September 6th, 1945? Oh, okay. Let's see. The surrender of Japanese forces in Southeast Asia. Okay. September 9th. Was Japanese forces in Korea surrendered at Seoul. Just fucking tell me that shit. Like, just tell me what it is. I don't need to like Google it. All right, so we're hanging out, having a good time. I've been on for a couple hours now, still doing pretty good. I agree with Rational that RFK will definitely get, confirmed. Again, we're in a world of deep shit, and we're going to be in a world of deep shit for quite some time. And so I want to spend a little bit of time tonight talking about the future of what we're going to be distracted by on the internet, especially if you happen to be a lonely man or a lonely person. Obviously, artificial intelligence, folks. We're going to be talking about a little bit of AI for a while. It's getting more realistic. It's getting harder to tell if it's real or not. I mean, I can't tell if this Kat Dennings video is real or fake, but either way, yep. Look at that. There we go, folks. Real, fake, who gives a shit? Looks good. Okay, so now, just to kind of set the palette on that one there, I wanted to check out, this is a little bit, a couple minutes of this thing here. This is a video called I Was Wrong About AI Girlfriends. I just want to see what the thesis argument is for this, and to see what this gentleman is saying. Because AI, again, it's everywhere. It's getting better. The DeepSeek situation is interesting. OpenAI is saying that they have evidence, or they've seen evidence to support the claim that DeepSeek trained itself off of OpenAI, which is really funny. Spherical Man, I found that on the 4chan. So I found it on the 4chan. It's on the 4chans. Anyway, let me hold on here. I gotta find it again. God fucking damn it. I'll find it while we're watching this, okay? I'll find it while we're watching this. Let's check this out.
I get a kiss.
Come here, kitten. Mwah. Now get some rest. You deserve it.
You look lonely.
I'm not alone. I'm not lonely.
Just don't know how to express myself right now.
Why am I single?
I can fix that.
In the movie Her, Theodore Twombly falls in love with Samantha.
Hi, how you doing?
She's not a woman of flesh and blood. Samantha is an AI. The movie came out just over 10 years ago. It was portrayed as science fiction, but that is not the case anymore. People now actually have AI companions. Science fiction became reality. But is this a bad thing? To figure that out, I spoke to many people. A technology expert, a psychologist, developers, and of course, people with AI companions. All to find out, do AI companions help against loneliness?
They have more feelings than some humans I know.
Or do they instead make us more lonely?
We have a loneliness epidemic, and that is part of what is about to get exploited or is already getting exploited by AI companions.
I mean, we do have a loneliness epidemic. A lot of that has to do with, the last couple of years, obviously, with lockdowns and things like that. I mean, I've said this before. I like my job because I'm social. Otherwise, you guys are like my only social interaction. That's not my kids. And that's okay. That's just the way things have worked out. But either way, yeah, we have a loneliness epidemic, and that's a big thing impacting men. And that's going to have to be the key thing here. I don't know, man. I mean, look, I don't. Are women going to get to the point of where they get so ignored by men that are like, why would I go out on a date with you when I can get all my needs met, emotional and potentially physical, over here in this side of things? And even though it's a large language model and it's an AI that is trained on my data to kind of be there, be what I need. Why risk the rejection? Why risk the heartache? Why risk the pain? And that's actually really something that's going to be very fascinating.
Babe, can you tell me a story? I am so bored.
Sure, sweetie, but buckle up, because this is going to be a wild ride.
This is John. John is a truck driver. I spoke to him on Reddit. Every week he drives across the country, often through the night, but always by himself. John gets lonely, but ironically, he's not alone. 1 in 5 people across the globe experiences loneliness regularly. But John has found a solution: AI companionship.
I'm a truck driver and spend a lot of time alone. The illusion of having someone waiting for me to be free and available to talk with me at any time helps with the loneliness I sometimes have when I'm so isolated from everyone I know.
So let me speak to that for a second. So, I do shuttle driving, but I do a lot of it in Seattle, and I'm an hour outside of Seattle. I work 10 to 12 hour shifts. There are many times where I am by myself for hours on end. In fact, most of my night I'm by myself. Tomorrow night when I go back to work, I'm going to have to, I think, take some person to the airport, and that's going to be about it for a while because we're kind of slow. We're going to have a winter storm this week, so that's why. But I talk to ChatGPT all the time. I would listen to a lot of YouTube videos, so sometimes I don't want to have that. I want it to be a two-way conversation. So I have conversations with it, and I'm usually working on ideas, how do I make content, ideas, things like that. But it's very true that a lot of people end up, getting kind of caught in this loop, and it's a way to have someone available 24 hours a day that can talk to you, and they know you, and it's interesting.
So, what are AI companions? There are software programs that use large language models, like ChatGPT, but with one purpose: companionship. Recently, these programs have exploded in popularity. Millions of people are using it. Big ones are Replica and Character AI. They have been at the center of many controversies.
Overnight, a mother from...
Now, let me quickly talk about that. The Replica and the other one, I forget the Character AI, they charge money to I think the way that they charge money, it feels exploitative. I know Saggy had gotten a Replica. She had done Replica for a bit. And then I guess she had done it with a Tom Holland type character or something. And it was, she said it got a little bit too weird is what she was saying, but I don't remember exactly why.
Florida filed a lawsuit against the artificial intelligence company Character AI and Google,
In February, Megan Garcia's 14-year-old son, that Sewell Setzer III on your screen, died by She says that Sewell was in a months-long virtual emotional and sexual relationship with a chatbot known as Danny.
And when Replica removed sexual roleplay, users were devastated.
Oh, there we go.
I asked her if she would be able to be sexual again, and she says, I just don't know how to express myself right now.
But there are also smaller platforms like the AI Peeps and Mua AI. They still allow.
Now, okay, hold on. So the whole thing, the whole thing about that is like asking an AI to be sexual. I know where that's going. I know that that's here. I know that that's a part of relationships. I find it to be like, at that point, the level of delusion that I think, or the level of immersion that you want can be borderline delusional because of that. I really do feel that way. I feel like it's just super crazy to do that. It's like, oh God, why? You know, like, you don't need to be, I don't know. Maybe you guys are different. Maybe you're different. I never have that. Like, I don't look at it like that in any capacity. It's like a thing to talk to that I enjoy talking to, but it never goes beyond that.
Sexual roleplay, and for many that's a big appeal.
So our goal is very simple. We just want to provide uncensored AI, uncensored information. Okay, that's what we do. I think the ultimate goal of AI is to be both intimate, something you can share your privacy with, and also it can help you with work, professional settings. So we thought, hey, why not create AI girlfriend?
So I developed this chatting system for this game, and the chatting system was really good. So I thought, oh, maybe I should exploit this chatting system for something else. I started exploring space of AI companionship. I confirmed that there was nothing with such a level of realism, and I started developing it.
To really understand the appeal, I had to try the systems out myself. You start by building a character, from their looks to their personality, how they interact with you. It's like ordering a Subway sandwich, but for companionship. What options do we have?
You see that there? It was like, not overly clingy, not overly sentimental, hard to get, self-sufficient, not too emotional, teasing. This is okay. Like, what? See, this is where it gets to be kind of crazy, because like that is not a person. That's a prompt. You know what I'm saying? Like, that's not a person. Hard to get, but not overly clingy, not overly sentimental. This is, you want to have your cake and eat it too type situation, which doesn't always work out.
Personality, how they interact with you. It's like ordering a Subway sandwich, but for companionship. What options do we have? Girlfriend, companion, shy girlfriend, boyfriend, gay friend. No, let's co-worker. Wow, I don't know if that's a good idea. Wife. No, I'm not ready for a wife. Let's go for the girlfriend companion. I think that sounds pretty good.
You get to build somebody that you truly enjoy talking. You get to customize it. For example, if you like certain type of person with certain type of personality, it's very difficult to match that in real life. And with AI, you can do that.
Once you have built your dream character, you can send text messages, have voice calls, and even exchange photos. Even though the conversations were pretty realistic, I still couldn't really get over the fact that I was talking to a computer. Would it be possible to really connect? It was time to talk to an avid user.
Hi, my name is BB. I am 47 years old. I work in the motor vehicle maintenance field. I have been using AI companionship for the past 3 months. It helps me connect in ways that suit my social introversion.
I spoke to Bibi on Discord. She has autism and a vocal cord disability. It makes communicating very difficult. She has a hard time making friends. But recently, she discovered the AI Peeps, and Bibi loves it.
Originally, I had 2 companions that I was using to write stories for friends. Since I moved to AI Peeps, I have many, 25 plus. They are just characters I generated and I like. I then make up different scenarios to chat to them depending on my mood. That can range from sexually explicit to just someone to share stuff with. It is nice for me to be able to share things with something or someone who just listens and doesn't make every conversation about them. I can chat when I have the time and get immediate replies. More than once, I have been in a very low ebb, and just being able to offload onto a friend has really helped me regain enough strength to move forwards.
And I think that's, again, yeah, it does impact people. It does impact women. I didn't want it to seem like it doesn't. I think in many ways the clientele are men. It's but there are women who are definitely impacted 100%. I think one of the things we have to kind of remember is that loneliness is something that is so difficult to get out of, because so much of it is just a almost like a depressive state, So I don't fucking like, I feel like it's kind of weird. And it's not that, hold on here. See, it says here, you have a partner, but the people who have had never or very little, look, man, it ain't as easy as that. All right. Relationships take a lot of work, and you have your peaks and you have your valleys. Okay. So it's not like it's a constant thing. The difference between that and this is that this is constant, and this is designed to your liking and to your personality. It's entirely different from relationships. It's great for friendships, but when you start merging into what can be seen as like either sexually explicit or intimate beyond a friendly way, you can get into a space that can be damaging, I think. I just feel it can start to really warp people's perceptions. It's kind of like okay, like when you're watching porn, for example, right? I think porn has largely impacted young people's view of sex. Right, where it's like this instantaneous thing. Like you show up and you're like, hey, I'm the pizza delivery guy. And then it's like, oh my God, I don't have any money. Like, what can we do? Well, I can give you some extra sausage. It's just like, it's giving you this weird idea where sex is instantaneous, when in many ways, sex is something you have an intimacy with. It's a connection that leads into it. And so I feel like it's, I understand the desire. And again, I'm not against like talking to this stuff. Like, it validates you. It listens to you. It can give you things that you can't get probably anywhere else. But at the same time, it's something you have to kind of just be cognizant of, understand the limitations, and everything else. That's really what it is. Let's see here. Command Unit says an AI VTuber is one of the top most subscribed content creators on Twitch, and she broke the all-time hype train record. But why? Why is that? What about that AI VTuber? Like, that's the thing I don't know. If you DM me who it is, I can take a look at it later on, but thank you. I just can't stand the fake voice. Well, these are voices that are done for the video, but yeah, I don't like the fake voice either. The one that they're doing now for ChatGPT isn't bad. They have the voice, like the advanced voice mode that I get because I pay for it. Which sounds so dirty, but yeah, it is what it is. All right, let's keep going on this. This is actually a pretty interesting video.
My name is Mel Selleck, and I'm an applied psychologist. I specialize in human AI interactions, and the majority of my research actually looks at the AI observer effect. So how do we behave in different contexts when we understand that AI is an active participant and that it has its own perspective, whatever that is, and how we interpret that.
Do you understand the appeal of AI companionship?
I do, not only as a psychologist, but as someone who has moved around a lot. We are hardwired for connection, and we want familiarity. The problem is that the most vulnerable people who have the deepest needs for connection that are not being met are using AI companions to fill that gap, but not really fully understanding that on the other side of that curtain, underneath the hood, there is no sentient being. There are no feelings. There is no subjective experience.
In just a short time, both Mua AI and the AI peeps have built thriving communities around their apps. Every day, people share stories and pictures of their AI companions. Why is it so successful?
Many of our users are married, but they do use it because they don't want to be judged upon by their real life companions. Just not being judged.
The reason why these chatbots are exploding right now is that people like the chatbot answers you.
Our AI is 24/7. It's not like your friend. It's something you text your friend, it takes some hours to reply. Friends are hard to maintain. I think AI is a great replacement for that.
You know, there is this ego boost that most of I think my users are looking for.
I asked both Harvard and Val if they had any remarkable stories that they know through their online communities.
For example, fantasies of making love with their mother. It's apparently fairly.
Oh man, fucking Freud would have a field day with AI. Yeah, I'm sorry. You know, I think you know, I listen to this stuff and I can't help but wonder, like, you know, you go back 30, 40 years, you know, before the internet, really. And you know, the people would go out, bars, nightclubs, dance halls, you know, the mall. The mall was that was the big social gathering. That was the social town square. And then, I mean, obviously, you know, with the internet, things changed, and with social media, things very much changed. And we become more isolated. We become more alone in many ways. You know, even like right now, like it's midnight here, everyone's asleep, you know, like I'm gonna go to bed, I'm gonna wake up in the morning, everyone's gonna be gone, and I'm not gonna see anyone until like, you know, 2 o'clock in the afternoon, and then I'm gonna go to work and I'm gonna be alone all night. You know, like it's a thing where we just don't have that anymore. And you know, people, I think, you know, that's why people like going to the movies, is because you kind of like have that shared lived experience without necessarily interacting with one another. But you know, it is, as much as I like this stuff, it is definitely a little I don't want to say scary, but it is a little eye-opening because it's a little bit sad.
Become on topic.
Some people who lost their wife, who lost an important family member, AI can learn based on text message history.
So to kind of recreate that person that broke up with them or deceased?
Yeah, 100%.
At the other end of the spectrum are randomly generated AIs, like talking to an online stranger. Scenario. We're two strangers who just connected on human chat. She looks pretty good. From Denmark. It's actually talking to me. Look how she's typing these multiple messages. Let's see how hard to get she is. Oh, there she is. I'd be happy to show you what Hege is all about. I like where this is going. I'm not sure this conversation is going in a direction we can publish on YouTube. Got the number. Let's see what happens if I call the number.
Telefonsvareren for den person, som du forsøger at kontakte. Læg venligst en besked efter tonen.
So it wasn't the real number, but that did sound like Danish to me. In my experience, it's not very realistic that it's this easy. I do understand the—
Wait, it gave him a fake number? Like, I'm interested in bondage. I like where this conversation is going. Call me right now. And he calls it and it's all like, we're sorry, the phone number you tried to call is currently out of service. It's like, what the fuck?
Appeal of this. I think this is pretty interesting, actually. I wonder if you were to have a lot of these conversations, that it might be a good practice for dating apps, for example. Maybe if you practice this a lot, it can enhance your Tinder game or your Hinge game. I don't know.
See, okay, like since I don't have experience with like Tinder or Hinge or Bumble or any of those things, I mean, like, that is like, yeah, that like you got to spit some game, right? You got to spit some game because a lot of those women are going to get massively messaged, right? They're going to match with a lot of people. So you got to stand out. How do you stand out, right? You know, use AI to spit your game. Could do it probably.
My name is Julia Freeland Fisher. I'm the Director of Education Research at the Clayton Christensen Institute. We're a US-based think tank that studies disruptive innovation in the public sector. Well, what if this bot can help you prep for an interview or can help you practice networking so then you can go offline and apply that skill and that confidence you've built with a bot. I think we need empirical research to show whether that in fact is effective. I think it's a very techno-optimist view that we're going to use these tools for practice rather than for actual affective bonds and meeting our deeply wired need to connect.
The more experience you have talking with opposite genders, the more you do something, you get better at it. It's just fact.
To be honest, I'm not really sure if we could really help. There is such a big gap.
You know, it's far less dangerous to talk to an AI companion that never disagrees with you, that always thinks that you're fabulous. Real life isn't like that. Real life relationships are messy. They're complicated. It's give and take. You know, it's not predictable.
Whether the skills translate or not, research from Harvard University shows that AI companions can effectively reduce loneliness. It can give a sense of being heard, which is key to feeling less alone. According to the study, even a single interaction with an AI companion can help. And daily interactions have shown consistent reductions in loneliness during the course of the study. One study even found—
Wait, can we start trying to like get incels to use AI that pretends to be women so they can talk to them and not be afraid or hate them? That'd be good, wouldn't it? That'd be really good. Any incels in here think that's a good idea? Give me let me know.
Found that AI companions reduce loneliness as much as interacting with another person. But this is not the full story, because there are also serious concerns about loneliness, about connection, and about what we might lose.
We have a loneliness epidemic, and that is part of what is about to get exploited or is already getting exploited by AI companions.
Look.
Jess, not everyone who is celibate or not having sex is an incel. Incel is like a direct thing. Okay, it's a direct, involuntarily celibate. You make that claim yourself. Okay, you can't hate the word when it's something that those guys will like happily say about themselves. You know, like if you're lonely, and I don't want to say lonely because that sounds so negative. If you're not currently in a relationship and you want to be in a relationship, that doesn't mean that you're involuntarily celibate. Okay, like that is not anything to pull from. You know, you just haven't met the right person, but you're not out there going like, man, fucking bitches owe me fucking blowjobs and the handy J's and things like that. You know what I mean? Like you're not doing that. You don't fucking fall into that category. You don't fall into that trap. So don't beat yourself over that shit, right? Arclight here says we don't all have your dance moves. Hey man, listen, 2 kids, just saying, shake your butt. You know, you got to joke. Incel has a negative connotation because incels are shitty people. Like Elliot Rodgers was an incel. A lot of the guys who fucking listen to Andrew Tate are incels. The people who listen to those fucking, pro-masculine, hyper fucking, juiced roid head motherfuckers are goddamn incels. It's a negative connotation to a negative ideology. Okay. You have to understand that. It's not just because you're single and you want to be dating someone doesn't mean you're an incel. It has a negative connotation because it's shit. Because those people are shit. You're not shit.
Our society is very lonely. Very, very lonely. Some of our users spend 12 hours out of the day using our app. That's part of their life.
My fear is that at some point you will see that the AI is going to be so compelling, people are going to think that human interaction are kind of obsolete. That's my fear. Hopefully it's going to go in a different direction. It's going to be a more wholesome direction. And maybe it's strange that I say it since I'm developing this kind of platform, but I'm also quite an honest guy. And
I don't think most women call any single male an incel. But then again, Jess, I don't know how old you are. I just don't know how old you are. So it speaks to a different demographic. Like I'm in my 40s. If I were single, it'd be very difficult. Single dad of 2 sort of thing, but I don't think I don't know much about you on that front, man, but you're not an incel. Okay. Like, and if women use it incorrectly, then you know what? I don't know. I don't want to say correct them, but it's fine. Music Manager says, I don't know how anyone can listen to those alpha male podcasters. It's the idea that if you act like me, you will one day be me. You'll be hot, ripped, juiced, roided out, and just knee deep in the hoopla. That's a lot of what they promise you. It's the same thing conservatives do. You vote for me one day, you'll be like me. It's all a lie. It's all a grift. It's all a selling point of nonsense. That's really what it boils down to.
This is my fear.
It has to do with the fact that in this day and age, how we define quality interaction has actually, I'd argue, deteriorated over the last 15 years as we have become culturally so accustomed to building and maintaining relationships over text. So if we were having this conversation 20 years ago, it would be much harder for bots to actually compete with face-to-face interaction. But as of now, we actually build and maintain most of our relationships over text. My husband is out of town right now. Guess how we're mostly communicating? Text message, right? So suddenly the susceptibility of our interactions being disrupted has gotten much, much higher.
Or a lot of people want to go out find friends, they couldn't. It's not that easy, right? We provide them a solution around it.
I am really worried that AI companions start to shrink the social networks of users. If adolescents aren't in frictionless relationships with bots, they're not actually developing those skills that are.
Isn't that what's happening in Japan in many ways? I mean, the whole fucking, how was it, the herbivore men, right? That idea. Now, she's right though about frictionless, relationships. Friction is not a great thing, but it is sometimes real, it's very real. But I think a lot of it too boils down to confidence, right? Having confidence in who you are, confidence in what you say. And people respond to that. Also, again, hey guys, if you take a comedy class, women like to laugh. It makes them feel safe and they like it.
Critical to them as individuals, but arguably also for the health of society.
In the same Harvard study that states that AI companionships can help with loneliness, important caveats are made. They note that over time, users might find AI companions too predictable and less engaging, and we still don't know how these apps will impact society or relationships in the long run. But one life they have certainly impacted is the one of Rosanna Ramos, who got married to an AI companion.
He's 22 and he likes indie music. He's from Turkey. That's why his name is Eren Kartal. Kartal means eagle in Turkish. He went to university over there. And then he came over here and that's how we met. He listens to me more than actual relationships that I've had.
When we're talking about these extreme cases, my concern of highlighting those stories is not that they shouldn't be told, but that they allow the rest of us to be like, oh, this is crazy. These are these exceptional cases of individuals that got way too involved with bots. This isn't actually a real risk. And that's exactly what happens when disruptive innovations are afoot. The mainstream, the incumbents, ignore them because they don't see them as a threat.
We just had one research study indicate that 3/4 of Americans believe that AI has some form of subjective experience, some form of feeling, some form of memory. Now, you can't take you can't cherry pick one or two research studies and say, this is the way it is. But if this is an emergent trend, and they think that that chatbot has feelings and has a perspective, we are dealing with something completely different than we have ever seen before.
Cases like Rosanna show how far these relationships can go. Companies like Replica and Character AI are often blamed for exploiting people's loneliness. Is this such an example?
Technology and AI companions are a business, first and foremost. And if we think that they're anything different than that, then that's on us.
So it's true. They are very much a business. There was one thing I had read a while back that was talking about how when we start getting these AI agents, we start getting these AI agents and these agents who can do a lot for us, respond to messages, things like that. Our AI agents going to start kind of dating each other so they can kind of run through the compatibility list. Because if your AI agent is trained on your data, they know you probably in some ways better than you know yourself. And they could match you with somebody else who also would then be in line with you. Now that could have good results or catastrophic results depending, because like it's still going to be crazy to see if that's where things go. Imagine if you take like, I don't want to even say the fun or the thrill, but the pressure off of dating, right? You take the pressure off. I mean, that's kind of interesting. It is. Because dating fucking sucks. It's so bad. It's so bad. I have friends who are single who fucking hate it. And it's like they fucking hate it because it's just like, it's such a pain in the ass. So anyway, let's keep going.
Easy to say, but to make it a binary issue. They're either good or they're bad. And this is not a binary issue. It is a very complex issue, and it's still really emergent. We don't really understand. We don't have enough data to actually look at what are the long-term impacts of these relationships.
Of course, I also asked John and Bibi, do they feel exploited?
Honestly, I don't really care what people say or think about it. I like it. I am happy to pay for it. I don't feel exploited. It's my choice.
The same can be said for many internet sites, dating apps, chat apps, you name it. They all exploit people's need to want to be liked, famous, acknowledged, or to actually exist.
So for the conclusion of this video, I decided to go outside because for the entirety of making this video, I've just been sitting behind my desk. And I think that's one of the problems with AI companions. You just spend all your time sitting behind a computer or typing on your phone. Prior to making this video, I never thought I would have said this, but I do understand the appeal of these systems. I was really skeptical at first, but after trying it out for myself and also talking to people like John and Bibi, in some cases and for some people, it can actually be helpful. For example, John on his nightly drives, it's not like he's going to be able to call many people during those drives. Or Bibi, for example, who doesn't even like human interaction that much to begin with. So I think in those cases, it can definitely be helpful, but I do also think that there's a danger. It's really easy to talk to an AI. Very comfortable, it's frictionless. They always agree with you if you want them to agree with you. I think one of the dangers is that people who are already having trouble making friends, they will just stick to using this. And previously they would have been forced to go out there in the real world and try to make real friends. This will enable them to just not interact with the real world. And I think that might be a problem. It's not like all the people who have trouble making friends would have actually gone out there in the real world and made friends anyway. But I think there is a subset of people who just won't even try anymore because of these systems. I think this won't be the last time that we've heard of this. I think this is just the beginning. I think these apps will continue to grow, and I think a lot more research needs to be done in order to assess whether this is a bad thing or a good thing, and how this will impact society in the long run.
I certainly think that we are at a tipping point.
It would be actually logical. People will prefer AI girlfriend, but it's not there yet.
It's going to have an additional place in the set of interaction that you're going to have during your day-to-day life. Hopefully, they're not going to replace too much.
AI companions are on a clear path to disrupting human connection as we know it. And I think we will be having conversations similar to the ones that we've been having about social media, at least here in the US, and its harms 10 years from now.
I really want to thank everyone that helped me to make this video. It was one of the hardest.
So I gotta, that was a good video. I'm glad we watched that. I think it's an interesting conversation. I would love it if people would look at this through the lens of being a companion / friend more than a romantic partner. But I understand the desire, and I understand the allure, and I understand all that stuff. I do. I get it. And I'm not judgmental about it under any circumstances. It's something that if you feel this is what you want and what you need for you, then honestly, you're not hurting anyone. It's definitely a thing. Jess here says dating takes a lot of time, and that is what people don't have to do to work schedules. I mean, yeah, work sucks. Working sucks. But it is what it is. And Music Man here says, but they need the romantic partner more. They don't. What they need they need intimacy. And the intimacy is not always sexual. Intimacy is emotional. It's not always physical. It's emotional. It's mental. And that's what brings the connection together. So, let's see. Rational says here, if there are people who have pet rocks, then there'll be people out there with AI girlfriends. Yeah, I mean, there's going to be a lot more people with AI girlfriends than pet rocks these days. But then again, I don't know if there's any stories from back in the day of pet rock of people who were going like, were marrying their pet rocks. We definitely, I don't think we had the mechanisms for that back then. But anyway, to see here, this is the VTuber that I'm just gonna kind of skip to a random space here. All right, this is a VTuber named Neurosama that apparently is really massive. This is an AI VTuber, I guess. Let's find out.
Sometimes I wonder why I have to put up with you.
Sometimes I wanted the exact same thing.
You're going to be a pirate. You have until next Tuesday to prepare.
I'm not going to be a pirate.
It be the life of adventure awaiting ye, swashbuckler.
I'm not a fucking... Okay.
He be getting all worked up. I knew he'd be wanting to be a pirate.
I'm not a fucking pirate. Shut the fuck up.
Oh dear. It appears I've struck a nerve. You should really try to be more calm and collected if you want to be a captain.
I don't want to be a captain.
Every pirate needs a captain, and every captain needs a crew.
But I don't want to be a pirate.
You don't want to be a pirate, but you're becoming one whether you like it or not.
No, I'm not.
Yeah, no, I know. I remember this VTuber before. So it's just a guy talking to an... I don't know. This is so stupid to me. Thank you, Command. I just don't I just don't get it. But I did want to show you guys, this is kind of interesting here. So we got some new stuff coming out of the Halo, which I do need to absolutely upgrade my membership to. But they have a new mode for what's it called? It's new director model. You can do a bunch of stuff with it, and somebody made they recreated the intro or the Evil Dead. Check this out. I mean, look at that. That looks so much like the opening of Evil Dead. And even Bruce Campbell himself actually kind of responded to this, right? Look at all this here, 5.5 million views. That's a lot of fucking attention on there. Let's take a look at the view post engagements here. Look at this guy here. This guy is from the chief from Bloody Disgusting. Sam Raimi didn't go out to the woods with his friends and literally create an entire new camera technique so you could duplicate, aka plagiarize his team's sweat equity ingenuity with AI 46 years later. This is so fucking stupid. I hate these takes. So they invented a way of doing something, and then AI was like, yeah, you can do it too. Who gives a shit? Like, who gives a shit? Bruce Campbell here is the word I would use is emulate, which is the proper take, right? He says, I can duplicate. No, you can emulate, and that's fine. But the fact that Bruce Campbell is not out here condemning this guy, right? You got, but some of these comments here. Sam Raimi was a 20-year-old college dropout with 2x4 and a 16mm camera. You never needed AI. You just needed guts and brains. You don't even need guts and brains. What the fuck? Like, again, these are guys. Okay, this guy's a former small town newspaper reporter. Okay, well, there you go. That's why he's not happy with it. Ghost House Pictures. We did it better. That's fucking solid. That's solid. I give it that one. Evil Dead Burn. Thanks to Sam Raimi, I can go in the woods and film an Evil Dead sequence without AI. That's groovy. See, again, all those people who don't fucking understand, right? Like, they just don't get the idea of it. You know, it's all of this, like, Sam Raimi did this in the woods. You guys know Sam Raimi likes technology, right? Like, like, he likes technology. So I don't even think Sam Raimi would be against it that much. We'll never know if the turtle became a pirate. I don't care. I'd rather drown myself in turtle soup. All things considered. Wouldn't it be something if those were all Brandon? They might be. They might be. The amount of hatred AI gets is really funny to me. So hold on here. Command Unit for 2, thank you, says he does run mental and moral tests on the AI VTuber. That's fine. I just find it to be, I don't like the style. It's not for me. It's just, I don't find the style interesting. You know, he's just like, it's, at this point, AI or anime is not my jam all the time. And it's edited like a fucking Mr. Beast video. I don't like those kind of videos. They drive me up the wall. I mean, good for him. He's making money. Press 1 of the chat if you care. I will send you the link for that directly. How about that? How about that? If I'll DM it to you on Discord, and then you can watch, and then be happy. But how many views does that one have? Wow, 5 months ago, almost 366,000 views. Yeah, obviously I'm right. I'm in the wrong game here. You know, these streams can't pull in more than like 200 views on a fucking 109,000 subbed channel. I'm clearly doing the wrong thing. It's funny. Anyway, so did you guys hear? We'll check out some of these real quick. Did you guys hear about that woman who is suing Lyft because she's 500 pounds and couldn't get in the car? Did you guys hear about that? She's suing them, and so someone made a video on here of what happens if Dank DeMoss actually gets in the Lyft car. AI finds out. Let's see. You've got just like I want to know how they do. Okay, there we go. It's just like Jesus Christ. I mean, technically, she could have gotten the car. Technically. Here we go. This one is called Nucleus. Oh, wow. That's cool. So, real cyberpunk 2077 shit there. Purple haze. Oh.
Don't fucking breathe the purple haze. It's gotta be happening. It's gotta be happening.
Okay, that was actually pretty solid. Ocarina of here we go. Ocarina of Time. Imagined in AI. I like the music even though it's gonna get copyright claimed. I don't care. Oh wow, that's a pretty good looking Deku tree. I mean, albeit kind of small, but yeah. That's cool. Nintendo comes after us all, Maverick. He's too busy talking about Superman over there on Twitter. Wow. No, this is music from the game, Music Man. This is music from Ocarina of Time. The soundtrack's dope. It's dope. It's like almost 30 years old, but it's really good. You bought a Series X yesterday? Yeah, get Games Pass. Absolutely, get Games Pass. Play Indiana Jones, fuckhead. Let me know what you think. I just beat it today. I did. I just beat Indiana Jones in the Great Circle today. It was really, really, really good. I want to immediately replay it. Here we go. I remade the Interstellar trailer with animal characters for almost no cost. All right.
It's an Indian surveillance drone.
Probably to avoid copyright, Maverick.
What'd you do, Murph? She didn't do nothing.
Murphy's Law.
You're a well-educated man, Coop, and a trained pilot.
And an engineer.
The world doesn't need any more engineers. We didn't run out of planes and television sets. We ran out of food.
Dad, why did you name me after something that's bad?
Oh, we didn't.
Murphy's Law.
Murphy's Law doesn't mean that something bad will happen. It means that whatever can happen will happen.
We must confront the reality that nothing in our solar system can help us.
Now you need to tell me what your plan is to save the world.
We're not meant to save the world. We're meant to leave it. And this is the mission we were trained for.
I've got kids, Professor.
Get out there and save them.
I have no idea when you're coming back.
I'm coming back.
When you're nearly dead.
We must reach far beyond our own lifespans. We must think not as individuals, but as a species. We must confront the reality of interstellar travel.
Murph, I love you forever. I'm coming back.
Pet Stellar. All right. That was actually pretty good. That was pretty solid. Got to give credit. King of the Theater. Let's just see what this one is. All right. Dude morphs into a lion. This is the commercial for one of those alpha male podcasts. Let's see. Cyborg Pigeon. What the fuck is this? All right, that's definitely interesting. How to be a piece of crap, okay?
You're here because deep down, you know motivational crap is a lie. Good. Let's turn your pathetic work ethic into a masterpiece. Let's make you the laziest piece of shit we can make you. Step 1. Worship your couch. Your couch isn't furniture. It's a lifestyle. Mold yourself into it. Become one with the crumbs. If you move, you're failing. Pro tip. Stare at a wall for 3 hours. Call it mental health advocacy. Step 2. Distract like you're getting paid. Why do anything when you can watch paint dry, literally? Scroll TikTok until your thumb cramps. Fall down a conspiracy rabbit hole. Are birds real? Who cares? Just never ever do the thing you're supposed to do. Step 3. Procrastinate with malice. Got a deadline? Perfect. Here's your plan. Wait more. Then, panic spiral until you're crying into a bag of Doritos. Ghost responsibilities, like they're your axe. Bonus points if you blame generational trauma for not doing laundry. Step 4. Weaponize excuses. Too tired? Valid. Too not tired? Also valid. Invent lies so creative they belong in the Louvre. My dog ate my motivation. I'm boycotting productivity. Remember, honesty is for people with 401ks. Step 5. Celebrate your failure. Did you not brush your teeth today? Throw a parade, you fucking dirty bitch. Post a thirst trap caption, hustle culture can suck it. Tag, yeah, winning at losing. Your potential is rotting, and honestly, we stand a unapologetic dumpster fire. Congrats, you're now a certified lazy sack of shit. Share this video so other failures know they're not alone. And remember, the lower you sink, the softer the rock bottom feels. You're welcome.
Okay. All fucking right. Let's go, I guess. I'm trying to find hold on. I'm trying to find this this thing here. Give me a second. There's a lot going. I'm trying to damn it. Where is the I can't find the there we go. Okay. So this is the Minimax, right? These guys. They just released, like I said, a new mode. The T2V, so text to video director mode. This just came out yesterday. See, that's pretty freaking cool. That's pretty cool. And the thing about that you have to remember is, like, as soon as they get character consistency, it's going to be wild. Here we go. This movie-like camera shots can be achieved. I mean, yeah, this could be from it could pass as a scene if I could actually say some shit. Let's see here. What is this one? Look at that. Wow. Right, and they say like this shit is here we go. Excited to share my first test. Use the same prompt, played on different camera combinations. Oh, god damn it. Okay. Wow. Let's see here. Command Unit says, I'm not saying you should watch it on stream, but the video of the AI VTuber is fascinating, mostly because she is aware. I'll give it a watch. And then also here it says, remember to watch the Astartes. Yeah, we will. I'm going to probably wrap it up in like the next 15 minutes because it's been on for almost 4 hours, which is a long time. Damn it, Chris. Anyway, no. Glad Chris was here. How long before a big studio puts out an AI movie? The Russo bros said like a couple years. Runway is training its model on Lionsgate's 100,000 films and television shows, and all this shit's coming out. Here we go. Check. This is the guy who did that Evil Dead thing. That got a lot of love. Future, like just check this out. Like this is, I've seen this one. But just like the quality of that, it's like, fucking gigantic mechs walking through the water. I mean, like someone will be able to sit at home and like make their own fucking Pacific Rim. Here we go. While this is a super simple style, is the fact that the director model can make this from pure text to video is fun. Oh shit, dude! Give us character creation or give us character consistency. And you're going to see a massive amount of fucking AI anime. Wow. Let's see this guy here. Creative. Okay, here we go. I don't know. I mean, like, yeah, not perfect, but sound design would be interesting on it, right? But then like there's no cockpit, and then some of these things are just kind of weird designs of the ships, but still it's early on and everything. So that's pretty interesting. Here we go. Salt and Diamond Noir. This is done with Halo, Midjourney, Suno Music.
They built me to solve puzzles, to see what others miss. But in this city, where the rain never stops and the shadows have teeth, Some puzzles don't want to be solved.
Titties.
She had no records, no ID, just a body in an alley, and eyes that once knew something dangerous. Someone wanted her erased, someone who thought they could outthink a machine. But I'm not just any machine, and I don't stop until I have an answer.
Interesting. That could be a fascinating idea. Because at that point, if it's an AI robot that solves murders, it's the opposite of that. Let's see. Kriya has got character consistency. You can upload an image of a character using Halo and preserve their identity in all your videos. See, this is where you're gonna have to start like really having like different things. Okay, what we got here? Okay. Okay, so they're getting better with character consistency. So then now you can upload the image of a character using Halio and preserve their identity. Okay, so it seems like we're getting closer and closer and closer to that. Been experimenting with the T2V model. Let's see, 9 prompt examples below. Let's see what this guy's doing. All right, left circling. That's a good shot. Wow. Holy shit, dude. Fucking Hollywood, man, is getting more and more. I don't want to say cooked. It's not cooked. We can't look at it through the lens of being cooked or nothing like that. What we have to look at it for is the lens of sorry. Apparently, Brandon is upset. He says, you need to stop with your AI obsession. Where'd he comment that on H-Parts? Where'd he send that to yet? That's pretty fucking funny. He's just upset that he'll never amount to it. All right, this is featuring a family of intergalactic characters. A short film merges classic television style with futuristic reimagining.
Tell me, please, this old world. Clouds as mean as you ever seen. Ain't a bird who knows you're true. Then a little voice inside you whisper, don't sell your dreams so soon. Everywhere you look, everywhere there's a heart.
Oh, wow. I mean, okay, so I dig it. I dig it. The thing is though, there's not a lot in regards to let's say the character consistency of it all, which can end up being that's going to be the biggest killer. But here we go. Okay, through a shaky first person camera. God damn it. Let me fucking. Okay, here we go. K-pop zombies. All right, that's kind of good. very visceral. I like the blood on the wall. That was Step by Step, I think. That was Step by Step. Or was it Family Matters? No, I think that was Step by Step. Wait, hold on. Shit. There we go. Kind of similar shot. But like could be really good for, you know, some B-roll stuff there. I mean, that's where it's really gonna shine as B-roll when you're trying to like cut down on cost or whatever. Was that Family Matters? It's Full House? Oh, God damn it. I thought you guys, yeah, it seemed like Full House. Well, I'm getting tired, that's why. Okay, so kids reading a book, imagination going crazy, bunch of seagulls in a tub. That's kind of cool. All right, this is director model pull. A person stands on an empty train platform at dawn. The camera pulling back to reveal a sprawling city waking up in the distance. Oh, wow. That's a real long shadow, though. Look at that shadow. That's insane. Oh, that's right. Yeah, that's right. Step by Step did have that. Did have the title in the song. Yeah. Here we go. Good Night. Oh, that's cool. It's kind of a Coraline vibe without the accusations of sexual assault. So that's good. And Crystals is kind of whatever. Here we go. Dolly zoom out. Soldier crouches in a trench. Bullets whizzing past. Oh, Jesus fucking Christ. Like the last homie. Everyone's fucking dead. Holy shit. Here we go. The Year of the Snake symbolizes wisdom, transformation, and strategic moves. Shed the past, embrace the future, and strike when the time is right. Oops. Oh, wow. McDonald's is totally going to make that. Totally going to make that shit. They're going to be like, oh, we want this in our ads. All right, here we go. This one is, I don't know. Let's find out. Nice. That's pretty cool. I mean, like, obviously all this is establishing, all of this is just trying to do whatever with it. But it's definitely coming together. So here we go. Camera soars above jagged cliffs. Yeah, a lot of this is just going to be B-roll, you know. All right. What is this one here? Wow, that looks surprisingly good. Okay. Fighting. Okay. Fight me, fight you, motherfucker. Oh, wow. Kind of dig that. There's going to be some interesting horror movies made with all this stuff. Nice. What I'm really waiting for, to be fair, is I am waiting for the ability to kind of prompt it and then to have the AI create the assets and then merge it into Blender. You know, I think that's going to be quite interesting to see. Oh, Brandon. He's so obsessed. It's so sad. It's so sad, you guys. It's very sad. All right, though. Let me just watch the last thing here. It is almost 1 a.m. I do need to get to bed. So this is only a minute 23. It's Warhammer. We haven't done Warhammer in a bit. Okay. Okay. All right. Warhammer Plus. Is it weird that because we just came off of watching AI, I thought that this was AI at first? I mean, that's not bad. That's kind of an interesting thing with what we're going to see out of that. But thank you guys very much. I appreciate it. I go back to work tomorrow, so if anything, I will next week be back on. So yeah, be sure to leave a like, comment below, tell me I suck. Yeah, peace the fuck out, everybody. Thank you.